Welcome. Hey, Queen Diva, thanks for coming in. Thank you, Sassy. Patty, hey, Patty W, greetings to you, baby. Haven't seen you all. Everybody, thanks for stopping by. There's so much stuff going on. It's so much stuff. I know we all are watching these shit shows, right? I know we are. And people are really genuinely concerned about some of the content creators who's involved. Now, newsflash. Remember, you just saw newsflash? I really don't care. I don't care. When someone tells me that they are not in danger and they are okay, that's what I'm going to believe. So I really don't care what happens. Hey, M. Bernadette, now we all are emotional beings, and some of our heartstrings was tugged on yesterday. And that's part of the entertainment aspect of this. So you enjoy it as entertainment, but entertainment has boundaries too, and I think some of the boundaries was crossed. I think some of the lines were really crossed in some of the shit that took place yesterday. And I was watching it, excuse me, I have a cough drop. As I was watching it, it was so cringe worthy. I had to leave. Did I think Tracy was in danger? Yeah, nah, I don't know. Was it all a play? The nighttime portion of it was a play, but it was a sad play for views or whatever, Cash App views or whatever they was getting out of it. It was sad because people have really been in domestic violence situations. So I didn't find that funny. Was I ever really concerned about Tracy? I have to be honest with y'all. One way or the other, I didn't care. I didn't care the outcome. I still don't care the outcome of it, but that's me. And I'm going to tell you why I don't care. I don't care because a grown woman, 50 years old, made a decision to go on a lustcation, lovecation, vacation, whatever you want to call it. She made that decision. See, and relationship starts out in lust. Think about it. Most cases is lust. You don't know someone. You only see their physical appearance, or you may hear their voice, and something attracts you to that person. Maybe the words they say, maybe their physical looks, because men always say stuff like, "Ooh, damn, she got a big ass. Ooh, I like to tap that." Women always say, "Look what's in those gray pants. I like to get some of that. I like to ride that." And excuse me, because I'm gonna be a little explicit, but not too much. But I'm gonna tell you this, and y'all know how I go. Hey, Candy Cane, I really don't care what the outcome is. Unfortunately, if this grown woman made the decision to go and meet this gentleman and she say she's in love, now I saw a difference. I didn't see where he was in love. I saw where he was in lust. See, those are the two differences, love and lust. Women are really emotional beings. So when they attach to a man or their partners, whatever, because we know people also are same gender loving people as well. So we respect that. But when you attach to that person, you know somewhat what they're about, right? She didn't go there dumbfounded. See, he didn't talk like that just on the videos. He talked like that on the phone. He called bitches. I'm going to grab your hair. I'm going to bite your tits. I'm going to do this on live. He told everybody what he was going to do. So why is everyone so upset? Hey, sissy, Happy New Year. So Why is everyone so upset? Let me tell you what really got people riled up because of the GUN that was being displayed and probably played with. And they felt that this particular GUN could go off just in a playing manner, so a lot of people became feared for her life, or either they was feared that he would physically beat on her because the aggression that he displayed, the behavior, the appalling, the inappropriate behavior, the behavior that I would never tolerate. I would never tolerate it, but I'm not Tracy. See, and I don't knock Tracy. Tracy knows what Tracy like. You guys don't know what Tracy like. Maybe she liked that talk. Maybe she liked that biting on the wig and biting on the neck and poking the titty. Maybe that's something she like. I don't like it. My man would never do it to me because we have a certain level of respect. It was very disrespectful what he was saying and doing to her, but she liked it because she liked it so much that when people who really genuinely cared in her chat and in his chat, was fearful for her safety, she went against some of them people too. She went against some of them because she liked what she liked. You may not like it, but she likes that behavior. She likes that roughness. She likes that aggression. We don't like it. And when someone tell you that they okay, you got to believe them. Just like this thing went with Pizarro last week. When she told me that, hey, I fight by myself, Miss T, I don't expect nobody to fight for me. I took her at her word. Now, do I believe a lot of the shit that I hear people say? Absolutely not. But see, I'm a grown woman. I can agree to disagree and keep it moving. You may think I'm backpedaling, pee popping, or going back on my stance. Never that. I'm 1,000% sure about what I believe. I'm just not going to sit down here and argue with someone going back and forth. See? I'm not going to do that. So that's what she likes. So you guys are so mad that she likes that treatment. Hey, babe. She likes that. She's enjoying her vacation. I call it a lustcation because they were lusting for each other first because you didn't know each other that long to turn into love. But again, women will go hard for a man. So they'll fall in love quicker than the man will because we definitely didn't see no love coming from that side. Hey, Rico, baby. Carmel Bunny, thank you for joining me today. Candy Cane, kind of me. Hello. So you guys were so upset. I wasn't upset at all. And I know she doesn't like me. But see, that's not for me to worry about. But what I can say, I didn't give a damn what happened to her. I really didn't. And you know what? I don't give a damn because she's a full-fledged grown woman. She done been around the block. This is not her first rodeo. She know what she doing. So why should I care? Even if something bad was to happen, and I wouldn't want anything bad to happen to anyone, my life would have still gone on. And a lot of people too, who was in there cheering her on and talking against her. Your life still go on. She made that choice to go over there and get her head probably knocked off, blown off, whatever the situation may be, however it may end. Tracy is a full-fledged grown woman who said she's not in danger. She's okay. So why would you guys worry about it? Why would you worry about it? That's their business. Mind your business. Mind the business that pays you or the relationship you in. I could give a damn less what happens. I'm watching the show like y'all. And most people are watching the show because they waiting for the finale. The finale for her actually to get hurt in this whole thing, whether she's hurt by something he do physically or something by what he says to her. It's going to hurt either way because I believe her heart is in it. Now, do I believe they ran plays on y'all? I do. I watched it. I sat back and I said, damn, look at this play. They get numbers. Ain't that what it's about? Numbers, Cash App. This is an entertainment. You were paying for the entertainment, and that's what you got. But the sad thing is that people got too invested. They got so invested that they were just giving money. Come home, please. Don't hurt her. Don't say nothing. Don't do this. Oh, he's going to hurt her. Oh, y'all stop. And then they start fighting amongst each other. They start fighting amongst each other because they was too invested in this woman's business. She knows exactly what she's doing. Every day, I hear cases, I see cases, I read about cases about domestic violence when women has actually got murked for whatever reason, where women have gone to meet men offline and they're no longer here. So you take a chance, but most people that's mature and old enough know some things you don't do. See, if a ninja tell me that he's going to do this to me and do that to me, and we have alcohol and drugs mixed, I'm not going to be bothered with you. You could go ahead and find somebody else, only because if you talk like that, you act like that. If you talk aggressive, you act aggressive. And so I'm not going to be bothered with you because I'm a different type of woman. And a lot of us are different type of women. See, the ones that was in there rooting her on, cheering her on, guess what? Those are the very ones that really don't give a damn about her. They don't give a damn about her because if they thought she was in a dangerous situation, guess what? They would have called 911. Did anyone call 911? I probably missed if someone called 911 because it was such a shit show and it was from one place to the other and I was working. So I didn't have time to go from one place to the other. But I'm going to tell you this. I can care less of the outcome. Like I said, I saw enough things in his video that sickened me as a woman, that someone will allow a man to do something and to say those things to you. I would never allow it, but I'm a different type of woman. It's women that will allow that. It's women that stay in these situations every day, these abusive situations every day. For what reason? Sometimes we'll never know because they don't live to tell the reason why they stayed in an abusive relationship. I know about a mental abusive relationship. Physical, absolutely not. Mentally, yes. I know about that. And I know the reason why I stayed so long. But see, you live and you learn. And a woman of that age should know better. No, actually, baby, y'all didn't keep watching. I couldn't keep watching. For real, it was sickening to me. It was really sickening to me the way he was treating her. And she's not my favorite, and I'm definitely not her favorite because she said it. So she's not my favorite, but still, I wouldn't want no woman to be treated like that. And I watch it. I don't watch a lot of this bullshit that these black women do to each other. Black men and women do these shows and stuff. I don't watch it because I just don't get down like that. I don't like it. It's not entertaining to me. I wouldn't give a dime to it. If I had my way, I wouldn't even have cable because I don't watch TV like that. I don't watch all that bullshit. Because then again, this is a show and it shows the ignorance of African American people. It shows the abuse, the violence, the drugs, the guns and all that crazy shit. I don't buy all that. So no, I didn't keep watching. I left, but the part that I watched was very sickening to me. It was sickening and sad to me because I felt as though that girl heart may have been in the right place when she went to visit this gentleman. She may have thought she had a relationship and she still will continue the relationship. No matter what happened to her, She feels one way, y'all feel another. She don't feel like she in danger. She don't feel like she been abused. She don't feel like she been disrespected. She don't feel nothing. She feel like that's her man and she's in love. So what the hell are y'all worried about? Now the money play, she racked up money. The last I saw, she was racking up money for to get back home or for whatever reason these people was donating to. They thought she was in a dangerous situation. Not once did I ever hear, y'all, I'm in a dangerous situation. Send me some money so I can leave. Unless she said it on the telephone. In no video did I ever hear that. So what the hell would I care about what happens? I don't. Not at all. Not at all. It's not my business. You do you. If you call that having fun and you call that man your man, that's you. That's not me. He wouldn't be no man of mine. I think it was a whole different level of disrespect on social media. But now people are able to come on here and do and say what they want. They call it entertainment. I call it bullshit. All this is not entertainment. This is people real lives. This are their real lives, and this is the way they act. This is the behavior that they accept. As a woman, that's the behavior she accepts. So I'm not going to worry about it. Because let's just look at this. We done had 3 people that we know have left this earth, have transitioned to the other side, whatever side it may be. And people spoke about them maybe 1, 2 days, maybe a week. They may feel some kind of way, they missed them or whatever, but it's a new day. They went on with their lives. And so if something happened to her, you'll hear people boo-hooing, but they go on with their lives. So some of this fake outrage and some of it is real outrage. Some people are really, really upset. Some people are genuinely concerned about that young lady. Like I said, however it ends, it's just the ending of the show. We just watched the show and that's how it ended. That's just how it ended. And I'm fine with it, whatever way it ended. She could come back and be happy, be pregnant with twins. They could get married tomorrow. That's their happy ending. She could not come back. Something bad could really happen. That's their ending. It's all a show. It's all a show. And sometimes we all are included in the show. I never forget Sassy telling me that. Sometimes we all are included in this show and these plays that these people do, and we don't even know it. We don't even know it. Please hit the like and thank you. Thank you, Queen Diva. I was going to say, did she ask for money? Nope. I only watch bits and pieces here and there. Me too, because I was working. She never, from what I saw, she never asked for money. Now, I don't know. Nah, don't clump us all in that mess. I'm sure there was millions of Black people who were not getting guns pulled on them by their partners. I didn't clump you in no mess. I said things like that take place. Let me reiterate. Things like that take place. That shit happens every day. Every day I can go to Leah Gordon, I could go to Black Girls Uncut, and you would see Black women being murdered at the hands of Black men daily. Daily. You don't even have enough time to post these all those cases. I was going to do that. I didn't have the time. I didn't have the manpower. I didn't have the help to post all these domestic violence stories. I'm not clumping anyone in one, bracket, one case or something. I'm not clumping. I'm just saying the shit happens. Not all of us like it. I never said I would be the type of woman that would allow a man to do some shit to me like that or even say some stuff to me like that. That's me. I have a certain level of respect for myself, and I'm going to make you respect me the same way. But in her eyes, she's not being disrespected. So what is y'all problem? What is the people problem that's crying and whining and jumping and twerking all in the chest and trying to send up the SOS flag for her? She ain't asked y'all for that shit. She ain't asked you for nothing. She said, be happy for her and her man. That's what she said. Be happy for me and Bay. People are jealous. Me and Bay, we having a great time. That's what I heard her say. So why should I jump off the roof and help her? Why should I care? Why should I care about how he's treating his woman? Because she did say that was her man. He did say that she was his woman. Why should I care? Why should I give anything? Unless I just wanted to give like people do, Cash App and Super Chats just for the entertainment. Then you can do that. But to do it out of fear for somebody else's life, for what? She never said she was in danger. You guys spun that narrative because of the stuff that we saw. We deemed it as, damn, this girl is in danger. She came on and told y'all several times she was okay. So what's the problem? What's the problem of them being on lustcation, lovecation, vacation, whatevercation? What's the problem? There is no problem. That's what they like. That's what they do. They're doing what they like. You don't like it, so don't watch it. If you was that concerned, call 911. Call 911. Yes, I believe it's a show to many content creators, so I take everything now with a grain of salt. I'm not losing any sleep. Me either. I go to sleep. Some people be up all night watching this shit. You know they be up all night because they could tell you everybody's platform, play by play. I'm getting sleep. I'm worried about me in real life and my health, my well-being. Funny thing is the plays don't even seem to be necessary because a lot of folks seem glad to throw their money at these content creators. But that's the play. That's the play. You know, they knocked the numbers out of, they knocked it out of the park with numbers. She knocked it out of the park with numbers because people was watching the show. Whether you knew it was a play or not, I know how I felt. I believed the shit was a play with all of them. Now, some of them might have been like, what the hell is going on? But again, sometimes you could just be part of the show and not even know it. And that's what I think happened to some of them. But it was a show, a big show, and people paid for that show. And if you think for 1 minute that anything you said or any amount of begging you did for Tracy to come home and for her safety, that she listened to y'all, you're a damn fool. You're a fool. Tracy is doing just what Tracy wants to do, and let Tracy do Tracy. You just there to watch the show. And if you don't like the show, flip off the channel and go somewhere else. There's a lot of lives going on. Last night, it was a lot of lives, you know? So everybody could have been entertained everywhere. But people felt bad because all the bitches he was calling her. Then he started talking about her aesthetics. Then he started, you know, at one point I thought I heard something about a smell or I don't know what the fuck it was. It was so cringeworthy. I really had to leave. I couldn't watch it. I was physically getting sick to see someone, whether I like her or not, just to see a woman who traveled that far, that was giddy about everything he did. Stop, babe. She was in love. He was in lust. But remember, lust can turn into love. You have to cultivate love. Perhaps this is the way they're going to love. Maybe this is what works for them. Maybe this is a Krishan Rock and Blueface type of situation. Everybody is begging her to go get help. Krishan, right? She don't want help. She like what she likes, and she's doing what she want to do. And in other words, mind your goddamn business. It's not your business how someone treats me or how someone loves me or how I love someone back. It's not our business. Okay? So that's what I had to say. I wasn't going to spit a lot because I don't care. Whatever way it goes, and I hate to say it, but we all see shows, and at the end, someone either in some shows, depending on the show you watch, some people get unalived, some people make it out. Whatever circumstances or situation they're in, there is always an ending, and it don't always be a good ending. We done seen many, many shows where the endings wasn't so good, and we cried. Yeah, we cried. I used to cry. This is no lie. I used to be so damn super sensitive. I used to cry of Little House on the Prairie. I used to cry. I cry at things that make me sad, and that shit made me sad. But I didn't cry because for some reason I didn't care. I was just there for the show. We have seen people actually get murked right on social media, on Facebook several times, Instagram several times. It'll be YouTube too. There's no difference. They are allowing people to do what they want. People are coming up here and they are showing you their lives, their true lives. Every day, people come on here and really show you who they are. And you guys think it's a damn persona. It's not a persona. It's who they are. That shit they doing is who they are. That's just not all act. Some of it is an act, but all of it's not an act. That's who they are. That's what they like. Some women like it rough. Some women, oh, I hate to say this because I really will hate to believe. Yeah, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. But some women stay in relationships. They get used to it. They like it. They like rough sex. They like what they call dominant men. They like to be submissive, you know. So some women just like that. That's not something I like. I like for me and my husband to respect each other. You know, I have stood, I was I was in a relationship, right? And you got to teach people how to treat you. And we were getting ready to go to this restaurant. And my friend at that time had went and got into the car. And I was standing there. And he said, "Get in. What you standing there for?" I said, "I'm not getting in." He said, "Why? What's wrong?" I said, "Open the door for me. When you open the door, then I'll get in." I never had another problem with him because he know I required him to open the door to pull my seat out because that's what I thought about myself. That's the level of respect and love that I wanted for myself. So people treat you the way you let them treat you. He wouldn't have never did that shit if she would have put a stop to it. Point blank period. He wouldn't have never did it. But he did. So I'm not trying to be messy. Let me see. Let me drop it. This used to be my bootleg co-host, but she left. She said, I don't know why she left. I wasn't coming on. I wasn't coming on that much. And so you got these very people that I see in the chats crying, hooping and hollering, twerking. Oh, don't hurt her. Oh, please don't say nothing to that could trigger him. She knew what to say to trigger him, and she knew what not to say to trigger him. Why are you worried? We don't know what they saying when the cameras are off. They had this all under control to me. So I didn't see no need to worry. I'm trying not to be messy, but I have questions like, what did the fake alliances have to do with Tree's Lustcation? Well, apparently, now I really don't go watch this person, so I can't tell you. But from what I gather from Reed, and I think Tracy was saying it because I did watch a little Tracy, and somebody else was saying it. I'm not sure. I think the alliance, the lady over there with the long nails and the red lips, and the hair, I think she was upset because she said she couldn't bear with how he was treating Tracy or something. I don't know because I don't believe in none of the alliances. I don't believe in none of them because this is me. I remember when you talked about me. I remember when you drugged me for domestic violence. I remember when you said you was going to put my kid on sex. I remember when you called my apartment. I remember when you went by my apartment. I remember all that bad shit you did to me. It just don't go away. So I don't believe in none of the alliances. I think they all full of shit. Now, I told y'all that before. I don't believe it because I don't believe that people totally forgive you like that. This is all for YouTube. This is all for YouTube because I don't believe there's no true alliances. Because if I was your friend, how can you give up so quick on me? If we have ways to communicate, how come you can't talk to me versus coming on here doing a whole video? But again, I didn't watch her because I don't watch her, And if I say I don't watch people, I really don't watch them. I don't hide up in their bushes. I just don't watch them. It's something about them I don't like. They're not my cup of tea, so I don't support them at all. But I heard the alliance was because maybe they didn't like what Tracy was doing or what she was allowing to be done to her. Now, I did listen to Reed and I heard some clips Reed had, and I think some other content creators was really, really upset and they wanted to, I guess, break the alliance or the friendship or the supportership, whatever, with Tracy because they really thought this was a degrading thing for her to do. And if it was a play, which I said some of this shit was all plays. If it was a play, they didn't like the way the play was going. They didn't like the way the play was going, and they thought that she was being degraded. And so they no longer wanted to have any ties with her because they felt as though she allowed this man to make her look really, really desperate and bad, you know? And now think about it. When you're 50 years old, let's think about this. When you're 50 years old and you haven't been in a relationship, sometimes you are vulnerable. A lot of times you're vulnerable. So a man could come by and say some sweet, nice things to you that may pique your interest. And maybe this is what happened with Tracy and this Rob gentleman. She says she likes him. When they talk on the phone or wherever, on the phone, on DMs, I don't know, he makes her happy. He makes her laugh. They have a lot in common. But they have a lot in common. So she really likes him. And that's the part we don't see because you got people saying, well, what does she like about him? We don't know. She just likes him. And if she likes him, then it's okay. It's okay for her to be with him. If she likes him, there's nothing we could do about it. So I think people were mad at her with the alliance. They were mad because they thought that she was allowing this gentleman to really degrade her, And now I heard some people saying she'll lose viewership. Tracy has a strong, strong support system over there. And when you have a strong support system, excuse me, sometimes they don't give a shit what you do. They still go rock with you. We see it all the time. We see it all the time. They don't care what you do. They gonna support you and they gonna support you until they get tired. Not because of something someone else said or a narrative someone else spun or perhaps a video someone else made. They're gonna truly support you. And it is what it is. You can't stop that. So the alliance is broken up now. I think the only alliance left is, to be honest, I don't know, maybe Five Babe and Tracy. I don't know. I think they the only alliance, and maybe Kimmy. I don't know, because I didn't watch it all. To be honest with you, I was working. I was really minding my business that pays me. I was on my fourth 12-hour day. So I couldn't watch it. I had a lot of shit going on. I had a project that had to be finished at 3:00 today. And if not, perhaps I would have been sitting on YouTube begging for coins. So, I had to back my live up so I could do my project. I have to put shit in place, And so I didn't see it all. So I don't know. I just heard a little bit of reads, and I think they were upset with her because, hey, just Andrea, I think they were upset with her because she was letting this man degrade her because the shit was degraded. You can't even play with me like that. My husband would never even play with me, calling me no bitches and talking about how ugly I am and my flat ass, and I got a flat ass. He better not dare say it because it wasn't flat when you was humping on it. You know, it wasn't flat then. However, however, that's what she likes. She likes that. We don't like it. I don't think a woman in here likes to be called a bitch and to be choked and played with. Now, choke, foreplay, something like that. We all know some people get really freaky, you know, and that's what they do. But it's not for YouTube unless y'all doing. It was almost like from some of it, it was almost like a soft porn type thing, you know. It wasn't for YouTube. Her viewers had to feel some kind of way just watching it, especially people who respect her. Now, I don't know. Maybe she'll lose, a lot of people lose respect for her if this was a play. And if she continued to, go on with this gentleman who degraded her right here on the YouTube streets, degraded the shit out of her. I can't even play like that. No, babe. We can't even play like that. So I don't know. So I'm going to drop my link. Listen, y'all know I ain't going to be here long. I'm going to drop my link. They got a lot going on. There's more shows to come. Again, don't forget what I said. I don't care how the show ends. And when I mean I don't care, I don't care. I don't care. It was this 50-year-old woman who knows what she wants, who knows what she's doing, is doing exactly what she wants to do. Mind your damn business. It's not your business. And here's the unfortunate thing before I wrap this up. Even if it ends in tragedy, that's the end of the show. That's the end of the show that most people think will happen. Now, don't say, oh, she over there saying that somebody could die. She don't care and she don't. I'm telling you, I'm minding my damn business watching the show, and however it ends is well in my soul. That's a 50-year-old grown year, a 50-year-old grown ass woman. And I could guarantee you, all this fake fucking alliance, if she was to go today or tomorrow, it's just another show. It's just another show that ended, but not so well. They will go on with their lives because there's no real friendships. There's no real alliances. Call me what the fuck you want. I call it as I see it. I don't sugarcoat shit. You may not like me. You could make 1,000 videos, call me 1,000 bitches. It wouldn't bother me none. I don't know you. You don't know me. That's the life you chose to live. I don't put my life on social media. You don't know shit about me and my family unless I come here and tell you. And if I make it public, you have a right to your opinion about whatever I make public. Everybody could talk about it. It's commentary. And what are we? Commentators, right? Content creators create commentary. And this is just fodder for everybody for this week. Let me read some of these comments, you guys. Give me a minute to try to catch up. Y'all know I ain't good. So Lady Tia Design, well, after yesterday, I don't think anyone will come to her defense. She says she's clearly okay. That's what people need to get into their heads, Lady Tia. Thanks for joining me. She said she was okay. Believe when she say it. I believe what people tell me. Yes, I may see different, but if you said that out your mouth, I'm going to take that shit to the bank. That you said you was okay. And I'm going to live my life. I'm going to come on here when I get ready. I'm going to go to work when I'm due to go to work. I'm going to do everything I've been doing, even if this show doesn't end so well. I don't care one way or the other. Okay? I'm just making it clear. Good afternoon, Ms. T. Tracy is insane. Yes, she is, sweetheart. And she says she's enjoying herself. She's with her man. And so people need to back off that bullshit. They need to leave that girl alone. Let her do her. But you're right. This could happen. It does happen every day to Black women. It does. And that's why I said it's an emotional thing that tugged at people's heart. Because people really do get murdered. People really do get physically beat up. People do get paralyzed. They do get broken. Even if this shit nothing happens physically, you mucked her up mentally. She could say what she want. You mucked her up mentally because she didn't. I don't believe in my heart of hearts, and I could be wrong because I told you when I talk on the phone, I know what to expect. You may lie some, but you say a lot of truth, and I know what to expect from you. So when I talk on the phone with you, I knew exactly who you were. At least some of I don't no, I didn't know. No, he never that's the way you talk. That's the way he is. He didn't change nothing about him. He did everything he said he was gonna do. I'm gonna bite your head, I'm gonna bite your tits, I'm gonna eat your pee, you gonna S my D. Now they didn't do that, but damn near you were doing some sickness shit to me to be online. I clicked the link, but I have nothing to add. Okay, no problem. You don't have to click the link, baby. I'm just dropping it because that's what I do. You don't have to click the link, you know. But like I said, you guys. Oh, hold on. Let me put my ban up. And this is what I think about all this shit. Hi, is that you?
Yes,
Hello.
it's Mz.Teavalocity.
Okay, cool. Hi.
Hi, Mz.Teavalocity.
Hi, honey. Welcome to the panel. What you like to add?
Mz.Teavalocity. I'm not triggered by it because I've been through the mess of violence. But what I am disappointed in all the disgusting things that's been said to the woman. Okay, that's the disgusting thing that I have a daughter. Okay, I have two daughters. I have a grown daughter and I have an adopted daughter, and I wouldn't allow nobody to talk to them to that way and that degree. Okay, and I live in Sacramento, California. Okay, I've been here since I was 14. Okay, that shit is really bad. Okay, I got a father and four brothers. Okay, they ain't never talk to me like that. And, all I'm gonna say is, if people want to say we have fake outrage, Black women, it's on my channel. Black women getting killed every day.
Every day.
I don't talk about beef section because that's bullshit. Okay, I talk about shit that's gonna make it's real. Okay, I have two. I have a grown Black son and I have a brown son. So shit that I talk about on my channel is important to me and my life and what I'm raising. Okay, so I don't talk about big sector shit, but I don't get on my channel and waste my time talking about that shit. But I do talk about Black women getting killed at the hands of Black men, and not only Mz.Teavalocity. Not only if they killing the mama, they killing the kids now too. Okay, so why we ain't talking about that shit? Fuck Tracy, fuck all that other shit. Fuck what we talk about. What's going on in the real world? That Black women are dying every day.
Let me ask you a question because you sound really outraged, right?
I am. I no. I'm more outraged. Mz.Teavalocity, my other friend, he's a content creator. He called me this morning and gave me a story, made me outraged this morning already. So I've been on one this morning already. Okay.
Let me ask you something, beautiful.
Yes.
You really outraged. Hold on. Let's run this one more time. This is what I think of this bullshit. Is that you?
Yes.
Who is
Yes, it is.
that's
Amos
your
T.
voice. Okay, that's your voice. Oh, let me remove this banner. Let me ask you something, Andre, because you are outraged, and a lot of women, I think, that was twerking in chat is outraged that this behavior was allowed, but she likes it.
Yes, I know.
So
It's nothing.
why
It's nothing I can do. And
exactly?
I can speak about it. But I have had friends go through the domestic violence situation. I have had one myself. Okay, and so did it trigger me in a way that
Yes.
I pray that this is what pay Lola and fake outrage, and I pray they ain't playing games on me because I don't like people playing my emotions.
You
Okay,
don't think they playing games, honey, on you?
Yeah, I feel like they played games for Cash App, and last night when they got back together, I feel like when I heard and I was rolling when I was watching football at the same time, people were saying they got back together. I was like, okay. I just told my friend, I hope it ain't for Cash App and him getting his numbers up because he got his
Oh,
numbers.
but it was said several times that it was a numbers game. Did you miss that in all that you watched? I'm just curious.
I thought day one. I thought day one, it was cool, but day 3, day 4, I was like, I just hope it ain't that. Okay, sometimes my mind is saying one thing and my heart is saying different, and so I was saying I hope it. I don't like to be played with. I don't like to be lied to.
Wow.
I think subscribers, content creators that lie to their subscribers, it says something about their integrity. That's what from me.
Okay. Lady,
Okay.
but you know what, Andre? I just want you to know it was a play. Some of it was a play. Some of it was for real.
Mm-hmm.
But some of it was a play. And it's sad because it was an emotional play on
Yes.
women. Because
Mm-hmm.
it's all freaking women damn near that supports these content creators. It was a play. And unfortunately, you and several other women felt bad, felt sad because some women have really experienced DV,
Mm-hmm.
right? So
Mm-hmm.
you
Yeah.
felt bad. But let
Mm-hmm.
me tell you something, baby.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care one way or the other how it ends. And I love my women, my black women, my sisters, and I wouldn't want nothing really to happen. It saddens me as well. But this is what they want. Go ahead,
Mm-hmm.
Lady Tia.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hi.
Welcome to the
Hey,
platform.
Miss T. Hey,
Hey,
just
baby.
Andrea. I wanted to come on quick. I finally decided who I wanted panel I wanted to discuss it about because I'm gonna say the first day, I didn't even see the first day. I woke up and on YouTube on the second day, I believe. And from a point of view of a woman that has been in an abusive relationship myself,
Mm-hmm.
how he were hitting her head towards him and all that stuff like that. She just didn't seem comfortable. She hadn't said leave me. She hadn't said at the point that I'm okay because everything was fine. I'm taking it on the first day. The second day with him coming on camera, kissing all on her face and licking all on her face like that. That would be
Yes,
that would be
yeah.
irritating as heck
To
for me.
you. To you, it was irritating as hell. To her, it was okay. Because if it wasn't okay, and I hate to shit, I don't sugarcoat nothing, baby. If it wasn't okay, she would have put a stop to it.
And that's where I came to. I mean, I'm definitely into watching things as it play out before I speak on it. But
Mm-hmm.
seeing something in that moment was a little disturbing. Now, I didn't speak on it until the third day. At the third day, things got sexual and all these things like that. And then I thought about it and I was like, well, if there's something really wrong,
Mm-hmm.
and she really was afraid or in a bad position, she would have stopped that camera when it happened. When stuff got out of line, she would have went off live and everybody would have understood because now you disrespected me. Now this is getting out of hand. But she never stopped that camera. She let it go on and I started thinking, wait a minute, I think she'd like this, and I think she's okay with it, even though it's very disappointing to see a woman be okay with that behavior.
Because you're
Because
that type of woman.
yes,
Okay.
Yes.
And
Yes.
because you expect that.
Yeah.
Continue on.
right. So
Mhm.
I'm like, well, and then at this point she said she didn't. She's okay because social media went crazy. Oh, he's abusing her, this and that. We didn't see any scars or anything like that. I heard some rumors about it, but I didn't see anything that she was hurt physically. But she
Mhm.
said people to leave her alone and that she was good. But I will say that the second day was strange where I had concerns because she didn't look comfortable. If they did have some plans on making a play, some of the things I don't think they talked about that he did. If they made a play and said we're going to bring black sector, beef sector together,
Mhm.
this is going to be epic. I don't
Mhm.
think some of the things that he did on that second day, she had agreed upon their agreement. I do believe now that there was some type of talk about what they were going to do, how they was going to play this out, because they knew, people knew they were getting together, black sector, beef sector. But I don't think she knew exactly how far he would go.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna give you that. Thank you for your input. You still there. So what part aren't y'all getting? And I'm not trying to be rude. I respect everything. Y'all know over here, you welcome to say what you want. We just have a certain decor. I respect what you ladies are saying. What part are you not getting? No. It's okay.
I got
It's
everything.
okay with her. So don't be outraged. And I know, Andre, what you're saying, and Tia, I got what you're saying. Believe me, y'all, we all thinking the same thing. But it's happening because it's being accepted. And why should we be so outraged? That's what's going on. That's what they're doing.
Well, I'm not. I'm taking my emotions out, and
Exactly,
I'm taking
baby.
my emotions out. But I'm gonna tell you this, Mz.Teavalocity, my integrity speaks for itself. Okay, I am not gonna my integrity, and I'm not gonna let nobody tear me down, damn me down on social media, and for
Nope.
everybody, their mama to see.
Mm-mm.
I'm sorry.
Mm-mm.
I know my self worth. Okay,
Yep.
I'm better than this, and I have a father who is still living, and my brother can show this shit to him, and he gonna look at me and say, "I taught you better than this."
Is
So
a level of respect for yourself. Tia, do you agree, baby? Don't
Yes,
you
I,
think it's just a
I,
level of respect for yourself?
right. Because
Ain't no ninja gonna
Miss T,
degrade me.
what my thing is, even though we all see that we now should not be invested in this because she's okay with how things are turning out, at the end of the day, this stays on social media for her.
Right.
And she is not going to look good as a woman. That is the humiliation that she has to live with now. And it's going to be made fun of over and over and over. Of course, they're not going to let this go. But as a woman, I would not have done anything like that for money, clicks, or whatever they had. It wouldn't have been at my detriment of my respect, my dignity, none of that. But I gotta go, Miss T. I'm getting ready for work to do my first
Thank
day
you,
of my
baby.
12 hours.
Yeah, I just did 4
Oh
minutes.
gosh.
Whew,
Thank
they
you for
rough,
having me,
aren't
Miss
they?
T.
They very rough. You have a great
yeah,
day, and thank you for joining my panel. And I
Oh,
respect
and
everything you said, baby.
thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Andrea.
Miss
What
Tia, I
you
don't know if you know about me but I'm a foster mom. I've been a foster mom 20 years. Okay.
Andrea, I know about you.
Oh, you know about me? Okay,
Let
okay.
me tell you
I just
something. That's why I tell people I'm not green. I know
okay.
where you've been. I've been on your channel. I know who you are as far as YouTube.
Hmm.
I know this really bother you because you that type of person. And I agree it bothered a lot of women. However, we have to sometimes step back and take our emotions out of watching some of this shit.
Hmm.
Because
Hmm.
some of this is staged.
Hmm.
And
Yes. Yes.
we don't know it's staged. So
Yes.
our real emotions get caught up into it. But when
Hmm.
you start peeping things and
Hmm.
see, Andre, you've been here a long time, sis.
Yes, I am.
You know the plays.
Hmm.
You
But but
know the
but
plays.
I'm not gonna lie, Miss T Block. I didn't think a play was running on me. Okay, until
Mhm.
until the third or fourth day. I didn't think a play was
Okay.
running on me until the
Mhm.
third or fourth day, and I was like. And I was told my another content creator, this is that bullshit. Okay, you're playing on black women and women who have been
Your
domestic.
emotions.
Women are emotional, and I think as a content creator, I'm never gonna do that to my audience because I respect them as my audience. Because I wouldn't play on my own family members' emotions, and I damn sure ain't gonna do it to somebody else.
Well, check this out.
Hmm.
Do you really think that any one of them are going to lose their large core support? Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. But let me tell you something.
Absolutely not.
Let me tell you something. if I let me tell you, if anybody in my life is playing with my emotions, my integrity, my anything, and there's 3 things you can't do to me. Okay, 3 things. I got a golden rule. Play with my man, my money, and my children. If you play, I don't care if you mama, daddy, sister, or brother, or best friend, I will cut your ass off.
Yeah,
that's my golden
that's
rule.
us.
So,
But
so
that's
my
us.
that's us. But my thing is, it's on YouTube. You know, somebody cussed me out today. You know what I did? I unsubscribe. I blocks. You ain't
That's
gonna
all
talk.
you have.
You ain't
You
gonna
don't
talk.
have to watch it.
Yeah,
You don't have. There's so many channels here.
Thank you.
That you don't have to watch.
But
But
Mz.Teavalocity, that's a problem. We promote the fuck shit instead of the people who are really being content creators and bringing content to the channel and trying to help the community.
Why do you think that is? Let's go there.
Let's go, because the fuck shit get the numbers. The fuck shit get the ratings and stuff because they don't want to hear it. I know it takes away from what's going on in their real life. I get all that, but when it's real shit going on, because let me tell you something. Do you know 5 police officers just got fired for killing a black man? He died. Okay, his family got a press conference today. 5 police officers, and they're all black. Mz.Teavalocity. They're all black. So when you say black on black crime, you got the black men on the street killing us, and you got the cops who killing us look like us. So why we ain't talking about that shit? And why we ain't talking about what's going on in the black community, like Ed Reed at Bethune with the black college over there, and he over there. Ed Reed is a Hall of Fame football player. Oh, hold on 1 minute. I'm sorry. Ed Reed is a Hall of Fame football player. He went to a black college to help the black college, and you know what? Black college decide to make him step down because he was airing out their damn dirty laundry.
But let me ask you something. Do you so with you knowing all that, and with us knowing all that, and we still watch this stuff, and so we support degradation of our own people, right? We support destruction of our own. Hold on. Because this is a fact. Even me. I'm talking about Miss T. We support that because we watch it.
Yes, I do watch it. I ain't gonna lie.
So it's part of social engineering.
I'm gonna take responsibility. I'm a part of the problem too, but I'm part of the problem. So I try I'm a part of the problem. So I try to be a part of the solution. And the solution for me on my channel, I talk about what's going on in the black community. On my channel, I talk about what I can give a solution to. I talk about bring the stories that we need to talk about. I do bring them stories. So I feel like I'm a little messy sometimes, Mz.Teavalocity.
We all are. I tell y'all all the time. I just want to be the best.
I just want to listen and talk about it, okay?
I'm a little messy.
So I got a lot of things going on. Like I work 2 jobs. I take care of my grandson. So sometimes this give me an outlet to just be free, okay? So I'm a little messy. But
my team was trying to remove her from the situation. Who's your team, honey? Who was trying to remove her from this situation? Thanks for joining me, Informant Sugar. I'm not sure who you're talking about. My team was trying to remove her from the situation. Who's your team, and who would you try to remove from what situation? Andrea, let me see. Because there is no such thing as black on black crime. It's just a phrase to try and equate black with crime. All ethnicity kill their own at pretty much the same rate. We just see it because we're black people, and that's what they want us to see. So the stuff we watch it looks like it's always black on black crime. It seems like that. But you're right, Duchess. Just my 2 cents.
Right is okay. So let's be honest. Okay, so proximity is do I worry about my black son being killed by a white person? Hell no, I worry about being killed by a black person.
Ho, time out. Your black son could be killed by a white person just as well as a black person.
Yeah, but
no. It doesn't matter where we live at. Let me tell you an incident that happened.
Okay.
My ex-husband lives in a nice neighborhood, right? Was coming home yesterday in this uppity area, right? Was coming home yesterday. Some guys parked behind him, right? And my granddaughter and her mother was there because my granddaughter cooks for him on Sunday, and she prepares stuff for him. She was up in the window and saw these gentleman robbing him, about to rob him. So
Mhm.
she yells down to her mother because
Mhm.
she hears her father going, "What the fuck? I'm about to call my what are y'all doing?"
Mhm.
Then he runs back down because they yelling, "Take his car, take his car," because he
Wow.
has a nice car. Take
Okay.
his car. He runs back downstairs and say, wait, you motherfuckers ain't taking my car, quote, right?
Mhm.
That's in a nice neighborhood. So it doesn't matter too
Mhm.
much where we live now. And it
Okay.
doesn't matter. It's not always black people killing black people. It's
Mhm.
white people killing people, period. What
Mhm.
you should, and I'm not saying you, what we
Mhm.
should worry about is the safety of all, just period.
Mhm. Mhm.
So when you say that, it disturbs me a little bit, Andre, because white people could kill your son just as well as cops do it all the time.
Yes, yes, but that's what I'm saying. If cops do it all the time, we got black brothers with cops with badges and guns.
Yeah, but you said you. I don't. Maybe I misheard you, baby, and I don't
Do
want
I
to.
worry about my? Do I worry about my? Do I worry? I have two
You
sons.
worry
Okay?
about your son, period.
Yes, I worry about my son. Period.
Okay.
But I worry about my son. Period. But sometimes I worry about my son is a mild temper. My son is not a. He's a good child. He don't got a criminal record. He works. He can be 25, 24 come March. Okay, and so I worry about him. Not, my daughter just turned 25
Mm-hmm.
a couple days ago, January the 17th. I worry
Mm-hmm.
about her too. I worry
Right.
about both of them, but she's a hothead. He ain't. But I worry about more of my sons than my daughters because I'm because my son, I tell my son all the time, when don't be aggressive to the police, put your hands on the steering wheel, have your radio turned down, don't wear a hoodie. I worry about him all the time. Even when he was born, I worried about him. I wanted to get him, keep him out the streets. I wanted to make sure no prison, no baby mama. I worry about him.
I worry the same thing about my granddaughters because my daughter grown. My kids are
Uh-huh.
grown. I worry
Mm-hmm.
the same about my granddaughter
Mm-hmm.
because they killing girls as well. They killing young black women as well. It's something that's happening, and
Mm-hmm.
we just have to try to find solutions. But as long as the puppet masters hold the strings to the
Mm-hmm.
puppets, there, I doubt if there be a good solution. We just have to pray and do all we could do to protect our kids. But baby, it's just not men, it's women. You
Yes.
study these cases, right?
Yes,
It's
yes,
women.
yes, yes. And
It's
I
women
talked to
involved.
I talked to my daughter because she's 25. She got a
Right.
baby now. I told her that now that she was now that she had a baby, you gotta come home to your baby. You gotta
Mhm,
make sure you drive safely. You gotta don't hang out with
mhm,
going to the club. You know, people get shot in the club. I tell her that all the time. I worry about her safety, my
mhm.
son's safety, and I'm raising two more kids. So you know, it's
Right.
when I was raising my grown kids, it was easier. Now I got two little ones who are 8 and 9. It's
Mhm,
more internet out there. It's so
mhm.
much stuff out there now that my nerves be bad.
Okay, I got you, baby. I got you. I'm with you. So, it's just like this. We just have to be worried in general. But
Yeah.
like I said, this whole thing was about, I apologize that you got outraged about what's happening because your main focus was a black woman in danger, right? And
Mhm.
because you see it happens,
I don't. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I don't like Tracy. I don't. I don't like the shit that she do. But
she's a black woman now,
it's a black
right?
woman. And so what you say is, if you a black woman, I'm black. We got the same
Mhm,
skin color. So even though
mhm.
I might not like you, might be my enemy, I'm still gonna be concerned about you. That's
I,
hard.
I I understand you, baby. I understand you. Listen, I'm on this type of thing. I don't go back on my stance. A
Mhm.
grown woman makes a decision. I make a
Mhm.
decision to go out on a date, right,
Mhm.
with some man I met offline. I could have
Yeah.
met him in a supermarket. You could
True.
meet him in church. I could have
Yes.
met
True.
him at
Amen.
work. I could have
Amen.
met him at school. I could have met him at a black tie affair. I
That's true.
really don't know him. I make the choice to go and date him, right? To get to know him. Like
Mhm.
I said, most of it starts out as lust. Oh, he looked
Mhm.
good. Oh, he got money. He doesn't, and then it turns into we cultivate love in most cases. So I make that decision at 60 years old. What happens to me because I made an adult decision.
Yeah. You're right.
And it's sad that perhaps we don't think it was a good decision, but she thinks it was a good decision. And the only thing I'm saying is a show. It played with people emotions because of the DV thing, because some of us have been involved in it. We see it, like you said, you work on your channel all the time, do stories on it. I see stories on all the time on it. However, I can't be responsible for what a grown ass woman do and the decisions she makes.
And my friend told me I can only, if I can't say the
Yeah,
world, I can say the ones who are
just
around me. And
right,
I can
baby.
say,
So just make sure that your involvement is when it comes to this, Andre, and not in real life. And this is intertwined into our real life, so it's hard to say that. But just make sure you know that some people are making plays and
yeah.
they're toying with our emotions.
Mhm.
And we probably need to log off. If
Mhm.
it's getting us that upset, we need to log off.
You're right.
You know, sweetheart, because I could see that you're passionate about it. Because, like you said, you've been a victim, you know victims, you advocate for victims, so it can really be harsh on you. So I would log off for all this shit. For me,
Mhm.
I don't care which way it ends. I don't
Oh,
care really what
oh,
happens.
me too. I've been watching
Tell you
my
that.
I've been watching other stuff because my friend and me and him do a show together called Truth and Balance, and we're gonna do some Ed Reed.
Okay. Oh, Ed Reed.
Yes,
Okay.
Ed Reed. So that's important to me. So we're gonna do Ed Reed, and
It
so it's
okay then.
something I could think about.
Yeah, well, I'll have to come over there and check you out, sis. No problem. I'm all for positive stuff. I'm for some of the mess, but like I said, I set boundaries for myself,
Mhm.
and I think perhaps I'm not too invested
Mhm,
like
mhm,
I
mhm.
used to be. You know, I
Yeah,
feel for women.
I'm gonna be honest. I almost died and it'll be a year come March. I had blood clots, and so when I came back to YouTube, I made a specific effort to don't talk about beef sector stuff. Talk about things that's important to me, and I have a grandson, so I figured when my grandmama's no longer here, he could see what my grandmama have done on YouTube.
Yeah,
So I came back with a different aspect and a different level of what I want to do for my channel. And I'm
good.
proud of myself. My channel is growing and doing well for myself. And I don't need everybody. I don't need 500 people in my chat to know that I'm doing something good for the community.
You
And so
know, it's always a pleasure to see some refreshing things and new content creators. And there are new content creators here. However, I'm finding out that the more that I watch some of the new ones, they all about the beef. So we can pick and choose who we watch. Don't get so invested. I had to back away from it. And that's why I don't do the beef thing,
mhm,
because I know who I am. I,
yes.
I know me more than
Mhm,
anybody in the world. I
mhm,
know me better than they know me. And I don't play like that. So I don't get down with the beef and then going back and forth with people. You know, I
mhm,
just say this. I think a lot of it was play. They
yes.
made money. They
Yes.
made money through super chats, cash apps,
Mhm,
clicks and views,
mhm,
and some of it was real. And I
yes.
think what the part that felt so real to us was when the GUN came into play and
Mhm.
the rough talk and the aggressiveness. That
Mm.
was real to us. But now it looks like play.
You know, California is not a state to carry. California is not a
I don't
state.
know about
Yes,
California.
it's not a state to carry. You can go to.
Mhm.
We don't carry here. So it's not a state to carry. So that's not okay.
Well, you know, if like I said, if people who really, if I see Queen Diva, or I see you, or I see Monty, with mixology, she going by that, a Ken Economy, somebody like that. If I see them really in danger,
Mhm,
I'm gonna take the risk of you calling me all kind of bitches, being mad and breaking up our friendship, because I'm gonna call 911,
mhm,
911, and
mhm,
say, hey, listen, this person is in danger.
mhm.
I need y'all to go do a welfare check. No one did that, right?
I don't think that nobody
So,
knew.
so
Nobody.
who really? gives a damn about
I
what
heard somebody. I heard somebody that they was called to his house, but he wasn't at that house. So it was called to his house, but he wasn't at that house. So nobody knew where they were staying at the Airbnb. But the house that I guess had his address, the police did show up there.
Oh, well, I don't know. Again, like I said, honey, I'm not going
Just
to.
to me, I'm just today. I'm different today. I'm that shit got on my nerves. I was trying to watch football and enjoy my kids yesterday, and trying to watch football and have
And see, now look, stop right there. I was trying to enjoy myself and watch football, and that shit got on my nerve. You allow this to intervene in your happiness in your real life. That's what I mean. We gotta log off sometime. We gotta put this shit in perspective. You know, we just can't do all that. We just can't do all that.
My son says, "Mom, today when we come over, because we're moving, I'm moving too." He's like, "When we come over, I'm taking the computer, I'm taking I'm taking your phone because you is so attached to that phone, we can't get you to finish packing." Yeah, I said, "Okay, I know it, I know it."
You laugh about that, Andrea, but that's a shame. This shit is in your soul. See, we addicted to this.
Yes, I know. He was like, "Mom," he said, "Mom, let's do a challenge. 3 days you had a phone." I said, "Hell no, I can't lose my phone in I have my phone in 3 days. I can't do it. I can't do it." He was like, "Mom, we gotta do better with your phone."
Yeah, you have to. Thanks everyone for joining me today. I know it's a lot. Wait, you don't have to leave, sweetheart. I enjoy your conversation. There's a lot going on, so it's a lot to see, and we're drawn to the drama. I know that, including myself, I tell you. However, we need to put stuff in perspective in our lives to be healthy people. We're not, when this shit is getting to us really mentally, physically, and spiritually, we need to turn off because it's damaging us. It's stopping our growth. Even if we want to do something positive or push a positive channel, I want to tell you something, and you want to push a positive channel, right? When we come down here and talk about the same garbage and get involved with this same shit, we become a part of it. It's hard for people to believe that we want to be positive content creators. That's why I teeter the fence. I don't want to get in a lot of beef. I may talk about some of the stuff, but I try to stray away from it. But this I had to talk about because I'm going to let Tracy, I have made a decision whether she liked me or not, and I don't like her, it doesn't matter, right? I'm going to let her be Tracy. She says she's in love. She says she's fine. She said, hey, he my man. You bitches and need to mind your business was cussing people out. Let them be. No matter what way it turns out, good or bad, is the end of the show. Or it's the beginning of another segment of the show or another show, right? That's how we have to look at it.
Yes.
I never heard her ask for anyone help.
Well, I think for your perspective, T-Velocity, you remind me of my mama. Okay, God, she going to heaven, but you remind me of my mama. Maybe I just came to your channel to get a little piece of her today. So I appreciate you.
I appreciate you dropping by, Andre. You never been on my platform. I enjoyed you. I love your passion. Yeah, I do. I love your passion. Don't let these people steal your joy. They stealing your joy.
Mz.Teavalocity, my grandson, my 2 kids, and my work that I'm doing have gave me so much joy. Every time I see my grandson and take care of him, life. I'm proud to be still living. Okay, I could have been gone. So he gives me life and joy and a peace that I never had. I didn't want to be a grandmama, but as soon as he came in my life, I gave so much. I have so much joy and pleasure of just taking care of him and telling my daughter he looks like her and her father. And it was I didn't want to be a grandmama until I was 80. Okay, I ain't gonna lie. I told the kids I was 80. I'm about to turn 48 this Saturday. And my grandson give me the joy, the inspiration, and the time to go on because I feel like I'm here to make him a little better and help my daughter along the way of the journey, like my mother did me. And so I'm
Great job.
overjoyed of him.
Great job, Andrea. I'm gonna check you out, baby. I'm gonna sub to you today.
Okay.
You guys go over there and sub to just Andrea. She
I
said
appreciate
she has some very informative and important topics to talk about. We should join in those conversations sometime. Hey, baby girl.
I put on my community wall. If you check out my community wall, I always put on the community wall where I'm gonna be at and what topics I'm doing. I put it on community wall all the time. My community wall.
And other content creators that we can visit, right?
Yeah, I have a friend that we got a show called Truth and Balance. His name is Chef Shapino. It's on my community wall. Me and him are together, and we always doing things.
Okay, I'm gonna check you out. Put it on your community wall. You guys go over there and check out Andrea and Chef Shapino. Huh? Thank you. She dropped off. Well, you guys, I've been here an hour. I said my piece. Remember, you know who you dealing with before you start dealing with them in its entirety. These things are not new to Tracy. Those words are not new to Tracy. That behavior, maybe not in the physical sense, but it was already planted. The seed was planted in the verbal sense. And everybody saw it play out. We just didn't see all of it. Unfortunately, it affected some people and they outraged, because they have been a part of DV or they know someone who have been a part of DV and it pulled on their heartstrings. But it is what it is. That's the play around here. You enjoy the show or you don't. You don't have to watch these people. You really don't. You don't have to watch me. If you don't like me, I tell you all the time, I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I know that. Some people I just don't watch with all the fakery, and the fuckery and the outrages and the drama. Just not my cup of tea. I don't watch them, But with that being said, I'm going to drop this link one more time and you are welcome to come up. But just know that a lot of it was play and a lot of it was for real. And I'm not concerned about none of it. Not at all. Okay? That's a 50-year-old woman who made a choice. Clyde broke. I missed a lot of only saw hood tables so far. I don't, some people I don't even see. Fake outrage. Yeah, some of it is fake. I missed the show. That's all right, Sassy. You could catch the replay. Damn, I did it again, Diva. Hold on, you guys. I did this shit again. Oh, hold on, you guys. I'm coming. I gotta remember. Okay. Like I said, there's a lot of lives going on. Hold on. Let me get my banner. Diva?
Yes, it's me.
Okay, sis. Hey, Diva. What's up, sis? Hey. My real sis. What you want to add to this? Because you be everywhere, girl. You be twerking everywhere.
I can't. It's a bit much for me.
Oh, stop it.
Yeah, it is. Because anytime you got a man, listen, the things that's been happening on camera, okay? If I'm going to let a man eat it, it'll never be on camera, for one, okay? A man can never disrespect me, for two, and talk to me any kind of way, okay? I watched some of this stuff, and it made me sick on my stomach.
And here's the sad thing about it. Oops, sorry, Diva.
No, go ahead. I'm good.
Here's the sad thing about it. When what they call Mad Day, I still don't know what Mad Day means, believe it or not. I guess I never had a Mad Day or something like that. But when Mad Day come, it's still gonna be the talk of the town. Now this too shall pass, like everything else, just like the Bible said, this too shall pass. However, this could come back to really haunt her, So I don't know, Diva. I don't know what you're messing with.
Okay, my thing is this also. If I'm gonna go anywhere to visit a man, okay, first of all, he's gonna treat me with respect. We're not gonna stay in an Airbnb all day, okay? I want to go sightsee. I want you to take me out and show me the finest things in life, okay? Something that I can remember, okay?
I see you back there.
D come a dime a dozen. So it's more than just
That's
getting
you. That's you,
Hey,
Sassy.
y'all.
Okay,
Hey.
baby. But
Hey,
maybe not
Sassy.
the D that she likes. Maybe this the D she likes. That's where I'm saying, what's the problem? She likes that. She
This
said,
guy was too disrespectful for me.
but
Talking
that's
about
for you.
no man never told me to go wash my thing and wash it good. I'm just saying.
Hold on. Go ahead, you sassy. Hold on, baby. Y'all.
She probably had to go throw up like me.
She's silly. She's silly. Why your sister so silly?
Sassy, no, I can't. That's terrible.
Yeah, it's listen, I do like Tracy a lot, so
Me too.
so
I watch her. I support her.
yeah, so I'm just I don't make any bones about it that if I like you, I'm gonna probably be a little bit more cautious in my words. But I just came up to say, I missed everything. And see, you looking pretty today. I love the colors, honey.
Oh, thank you, Sassy. I appreciate that. Sassy, I don't think it's a matter of it is a matter of like and dislike. And I think for me, people are waiting for something bad to happen because the people who don't like her, the concerned people are the people who really like and care about her. I just have a problem with the outrage because it's been done before. Maybe not that particular behavior that we witnessed, but some of the horrendous shit that has been said
Yes,
amongst
ma'am.
these very same women who have alliances. I have a problem with it. I have a problem with them being so outraged. That's
Yes,
all.
ma'am. Yes,
That's
ma'am.
all.
I agree. That's a great wrap up, and I will still watch the replay. Duchess, yes, the watching thing was said in a joking manner. I just came up to contribute two things. The first thing, since Duchess said it, I had my ex before Langston. Uh,
Oh.
we was about to get it on, and I had to go to pee pee. I say pee pee, y'all. So I was about to go pee pee. I said, "Oh Lord, I got to go pee pee." And his first response was, "Make sure you wash up." And I was like, duh, nigga, I know to wash up." And so had that been on camera, perhaps it would have been taken a different way. And he knows me to be like an extra clean girl and all that. But I guess he was like, I'm about to do some stuff, and I need you to make sure you get that pee pee. It was just a funny moment. I was like, duh, nigga, But so some of these things, when you put them on camera, they're going to be taken out of
Right.
context, and they are definitely going to be exaggerated. And thus
Right.
why,
Exactly.
Langston and I are just private people, period. But nor would we put that type of stuff out because, these things, this is the beach sector, right? And it doesn't really matter. You can be in a lot of sectors on YouTube or Facebook, whatever, and it can be taken out of context. But some things that we did see with our own eyes were not taken out of
Right.
context, right?
And
So
then he was coughing, like he was choking off smell or something. That's why I'm saying that.
You know what?
well, he's exaggerating because in that same live he said that she smelled great. He was talking about just her
Okay.
body
People
odor and
only
all.
took right, but
Right.
see, this is something that somewhat bothered me about this gentleman and Tracy, especially this gentleman, because he said things that he knows will
Mhm.
cause her to be disheartened in the beef sector when Mad Day come, for her to be dragged in the beef sector, and for people to talk bad about her. I think he crossed the line, even if it was some plays to it, Sassy. I think some lines was very much
Oh, very much so
very
crossed,
much
right?
so.
So the reason why I clicked the link, because I love your link, number one, okay?
You
But
do.
number two, okay, I do. I like it.
Is
I
that
like that.
you? Is that you, Monty? Monty.
Yeah, it's me.
Okay.
It's me.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I was trying to mute
Go
my
ahead.
other.
I'm sorry. Continue, Sassy.
I'm
Okay.
leaving.
You leaving, Diva? Bye. Dang, bye.
Damn. She
I
got
came up here and Queen Diva left. Oh, why
Nah,
you
you
do
know
me
it
like
ain't
that?
because of that.
I just look. I was like, oh, hey,
Nah.
Sassy.
Go
Hi,
ahead, Sassy.
mixology. I think it's my first time speaking to you. Hi, how are you? I hope all is well.
All is well.
Oh,
Thank
so
you.
the other thing, say that again. I'm sorry.
She didn't say nothing. She going on mute. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Sorry, I'm on my I have my earbud in, so it's not as
Hold
clear
on,
as my.
Sassy. Get into it. Get into just what Kenneth said and
Oh, okay.
continue.
He was drunk and a drunk person speak. Oh yeah,
Oh,
like Tina, I told like yeah, like I like I said, to spare I think Tracy is going through enough, so I don't think that
yeah,
her supporters,
exactly.
as
Don't.
far as me is concerned, as a hardcore supporter, should be like piling on. But it's clear she's spoken on it as well. It's clear disrespect. It's clear a hot mess. You know what I'm saying? But that's
Mhm.
all I'll say in the negative. But what I wanted to say more so as a person who found love online is that it is not for the faint at heart. Okay, it's just not.
Yeah.
And as private as we are, it's still like a bone of contention for a lot of people. If they want to get at him, they're going to mention Sassy. If they want to get at me, they're going to
I
mention
see
Langston.
that.
And
I see that
we
all
can,
the time.
yeah, yeah, all the time. And we're not even out there like that. You know what I'm saying?
I
Our
see it all
relationship is
the
not
time.
even not anything to even judge about our relationship. The only thing you can say is that we found each other online. Okay, well it's
Mhm.
2023.
Mhm.
But I was just gonna say that as far as me and Lathan privately, we have been on this story since I'm assuming way sooner than a lot of you guys because this is my type of thing. So anybody who has some relationship stuff, because I know that I can directly relate to it, I'm
Mhm.
like on it. Sometimes he's on it, sometimes he's not. Oh, I don't know. Maybe, no, the relationship stuff, we're mostly on it together, right? Because we
Mhm.
don't watch everybody the same way, despite
Mhm.
what people think. But this
Mhm.
relationship stuff, if it's Tracy, if it's other people, we're always like in it, like trying to figure it out and everything and Mz.Teavalocity was one of the first links that I clicked. She didn't believe it. She was like, girl, what y'all got going
Mm-mm.
on? This sounds suspicious. Like she
I
was very
didn't believe
respectful, but
it.
she was honest.
Mhm.
And so the funny part about us watching Tracy and Rob,
Mhm.
or Trob, as I like to call them, is
Mhm.
that even as outrageous as they are and as private as we are, there are still some similarities. And so I know, right?
Uh, uh,
You want to know?
no. Okay. I'm just saying. Okay.
Well, let me tell you a few. Like,
Yeah.
so you
Please tell
you
me a few.
stupid.
Yeah,
You are so
Money.
stupid.
Money. Just hang on, daughter. Hang on, because I want
Hold
to
on,
hear this.
mixology. Hold on, mixology.
Okay. So go.
So a few similarities are when we first met because we were talking every day, all day for hours and hours and hours,
Mhm.
and so we were very familiar with each other. And Langston was all over me, like all over me. Not sexually, not like no, I'm not trying to be graphic, but not penetration because
But
your girl
all
is a
over
little
you on the
indigenous.
phone?
No, I said when
Well,
we
when
met
y'all
in
met.
person.
When
No, when
y'all
we
met.
met in person, the first time we met in person.
Okay.
Yeah, I know,
Y'all was
Duchess. I
lusting for each other.
know.
Y'all were
Say again.
lusting for each other. You guys were lusting for each other. Go on.
You know what? I can't even reduce it to lust as a sense
Yep.
because it wasn't about sex. It just wasn't about sex, right? I've never
Okay.
said that about our first meeting or meetup, but it
Okay.
wasn't about sex, but it was about like, oh my gosh, I'm seeing this person in real time. And so when we saw Rob all over Tracy, although again, the comparison, Duchess, would be that we weren't on camera, right? And nor would we ever be in that way. But if we were on camera, it would have looked something like that, kind of, sort of.
Oh. Okay. I'm glad you. I'm glad you
Yeah.
cleared that up for
I'm
us.
yeah.
Okay.
And then there are other similarities as
Oh, please
well. Like
tell
I
me
said,
more. Please
let me see
tell me more.
Listen, are you in the chat? What else can I tell them? Let
Mommy,
me see.
just please hang in because I want to really know. You named one thing, and that would be
Okay,
for most
so
of us. That would be for most of us.
okay,
I
cool.
go
Yeah,
to
so
you on
that's
the phone, we
that's
meet, we kissing, we
mhm.
hugging. I like what we. Okay, so no, tell
Yeah.
us some more.
Okay. Well, I can
Help
tell you
her
what's
out,
different.
Langston. I'm sure you up in the bushes. Help her out. Go ahead.
What else? Well, what was different is that he definitely showed me a wonderful, generous time. So we weren't in a tiny home. We were in a suite at the W Hotel. But nevertheless, let me see. You know, y'all know I like to flex, but it is true. Let me see. What else was similar? I would probably have to ask his opinion because we do. That's probably another different thing is we ask each other's opinion about what we're going to speak on. But I'm saying the let me see. What were we talking about? That. He was saying that he wanted to come live to talk about disagreements online and how they should
Oh,
be handled, but that's
okay.
probably that's
That's a
different.
good conversation, though.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah,
good
because
conversation.
yeah, he wanted to do that because y'all would never know if we're fighting or not fighting. It's just none of y'all's
No, I
business.
can
You
tell
know
you
what I'm
I have
saying?
disagreements, though.
Of
That's
course,
normal. That's
we're
normal.
normal
But
this
I've
time.
seen y'all
Yeah,
disagree, like on your platform, and you kind of, but you could tell it was
yeah,
really like a disagreement, but it was handled real well. Sassy,
yeah.
let me
Thank you.
put Monty in here because you still ain't
Yes,
answered that question, but you
I
told me
know, I know. Let me check.
this.
Okay, go ahead,
I
Miss
tell you
Papa.
what, think about it. Go ahead, baby girl. What's up, my sugar wugger?
So she say you ain't off the hook, Sassy. I
No,
just
I'm,
want a
I'm coming
moment of
back to
time.
her.
Just
What is
hold
y'all
that
doing?
thought. Hold that thought, Sassy. You ain't off the hook, girl. Cause I'm intrigued too. Look, I kept my stuff on mute. I said I
Yeah,
want
we
to hear.
wanted to hear. Oh, she
I
ain't
want
got away with it
to
because before I end this live, I'm gonna go back to her. Don't jump
look.
off the platform, Miss T. I got somewhere to go. You gonna tell me your
I
similarities?
got a meeting. I got a meeting.
You okay?
Look,
So do
I'm
I.
messy and nosy.
Go ahead,
Okay, I'm
Mr.
slightly
Bessie and
messy
Nosy.
and nosy. I want to know it all.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
my thing on the whole situation, right, is I come from the side where I don't fully support Tracy because I personally, if I can't get what majority of what you say and do, I can't watch.
Okay.
And she turned me off early on. So I never really kind of doubled back. I've never watched Tracy this much in my life. The past 4 days has been Tracy Field on my YouTube world, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I would say, as a woman, I'm outraged.
Okay.
Not as a Tracy supporter, but just as a woman.
Mm-hmm.
No way in the world you let that woman fly from Texas to Sacramento and she ain't seen nothing but Sacramento. It is so much that California has to offer in the Bay
Mm-hmm.
Area. And I just, for me, I was talking to someone in the background and I said, I just wish she would have went to Oakland. He could have came from Sac down there for his weekend. They could have did some things
Mm-hmm.
independent of a car,
Oh,
right?
okay.
You don't
Okay.
need a car in Oakland. They could have went to
Oakland is a beautiful city. I just want to say that.
beautiful.
I've
It's
never been to
beautiful.
California.
The best Chinese food in the world, almost.
The
Okay.
best food,
Uh-huh.
period. Not even just Chinese, but just the best food.
Mm-hmm.
They have jazz clubs downtown Oakland. They have great food. They have Jack London. You could have got on a
Mm-hmm.
ferry and went to San Francisco, Sausalito. When I tell you you don't need a
Ooh,
car in
Sausalito.
Oakland, you don't need a car in Oakland. You could have got on BART. You could have went to Berkeley and visited Berkeley.
But
It take
but
you
but
all the way up for Richmond, Pittsburgh, Fremont. It's just so much you could see in California, especially in the Bay Area. Now, Sacramento's not a far drive to San Francisco, but you gotta be sober. You're not gonna be able to have a good time driving no 2-hour drive there and back.
Long.
It's too long. You have to be coherent to go back. So what I'm
and you
saying
gotta
is,
have big dough to stay there overnight.
Oh,
it's
okay.
so much. Like I'm telling you, I'm so upset because I'm 45 minutes from Tracy right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can't
Mm-hmm.
tell you how many times I just wanted to grab my keys and go
Mhm.
get her just to show her something more than what she's seeing. One, as a woman, just as a woman. Okay. Two, yesterday from her expose, you mean to tell me you're not even getting your back blown out? Like, if I'm gonna be cooped up in the room, man, can I at least be having a great time in the room? I don't want to babysit you. And we all know how it get when it get to that certain point of intoxication. I'm a bartender by trade. I see it all the time.
Make
People,
good drinks too.
they a different person from one drink to drink 4.
I was,
You know,
yeah.
and some people don't stop until they pass out. Now, from what I've heard, you know, I understand that he might have that tendency if you have a breathalyzer in your car, if you've been on live and you threw up in your hands. See, these are things that you should know about your significant other.
But you don't think she knew that? That's what I'm saying.
I think she knew, but I'm gonna tell you right now, we as women, we think we had the power of the pen. And I really think that she didn't think it was gonna go like this. Do you think you would set yourself up for 7 days of this?
I believe you, Monty, and I don't believe she thinking. And that's where I think my heart is tugged at just a little bit softens, because I believe in my heart of hearts, you know, that Tracy really did fall in love with this guy. And you can. Before people say, oh, you can't love. Yes, you can. I know people.
But you know, I'm gonna say this.
Just hold on, baby girl. So, because I'm gonna let you go. But my thing
write
is,
it down so I don't forget.
Oh shit, you like me?
I got a pen.
But you know what? To me, you guys, and I think maybe we're missing a point because we want so much for someone who is not requiring much for herself from what we see. Okay, we want her to tour to San Francisco, to Salida Ditos, or whatever. We want the nice things for her. What I don't know, Saladitos.
Sausalito.
Sausalito. Thank you. You know,
Salida Ditos would have been fine too. It's better.
That would have been fine. That's for sure.
You know what? We want those things for her, but why can't we just? I guess what I'm trying for me, I have taken myself out of it and say, hey, if that sister says she fine, she not in danger, she enjoying whatever he's doing to her, I'ma ride with it. Maybe she don't require that. You require touring.
Okay, can I say 2 things?
Go ahead, baby, say it.
One is, we all know as women, sometimes we say we okay and we not okay.
That's
and
true.
We will make excuses, or we will accept the excuses that our partner give us, knowing that we deserve better, we want better, we could get better, he could do better, period. The fact is, he could have been sober 24 hours to take her out and have a good time, if nothing else, one day. Yesterday would have been a perfect time for him to take her out. 49ers was playing. They could have went to the city, had drinks at any bar, and had a great time. Great time.
I hear you.
The fact that she had to fight him for damn chicken upset me.
That's you.
We all know how women play with their stomachs. No, I'm not hungry. You trying to be cute. You order a little this, you order a little that. Men know this. At 45, by 45, as a man, you should know, if that woman says she wasn't hungry, she gonna get hungry, and you gonna make her hungry, right?
Langston so and I,
chicken, you should have it up.
Tell Langston
if you want 6 pieces, you get 12. You
showing
that's you showing her a good time. This is supposed to be your woman. No man that care about you. If my husband give me his last bite, if I want it, period. That's how you know a man love you. He wouldn't. My husband would never tell me I want 5 pieces of chicken. I wanted 6. If I say, babe, give me a piece of your chicken, no problem, babe. He gonna give it to me, even if I have my own food in front of me.
I got you.
Langston and I discussed that too, because he's very, very greedy. And just so you guys want to run that bone, he's extremely greedy. And we talked about that too. And he said, just like what Mixology said, like he's at an age where he knows that. Let's see, I'm greedy. I mean, I don't eat a lot, but I'm gonna smell it and want a piece. And so he said if he needed 18 pieces, he would have ordered 25 just in case I wanted to.
It's called consideration. And then the other thing I noticed,
Damn.
You nutted up on him day 4, day 5. You should have nutted on him day 1. And then you could have softened yourself to the Tracy you wanted to be for him by day 4. But you had to go backwards. You know what I'm saying? Which puts you in a compromising position. This man was testing her, and he kept pushing and pushing and pushing until he provoked her to come into the character, quote unquote, that he wanted her in, so he could have something on her. She hit me. He held that over her head. You hit me. Tell them you hit me. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. You got to watch what he doing too. And we can't sweep it under a drunk rug. Like, even when you drunk, you still know a little bit of, you might not remember it the next day, but when you in that act, you know what you doing.
I just want to say before I leave that I think that it's very, very important, and a lot of women don't want to hear this message, but I think it's very important for women of a particular age to continue to date and to not be so isolated and not to be so if I can make up a word like hermit-ish, and I feel like, because I've been watching Tracy for 3 years, that I don't feel like she gets out of the house enough for my
Right.
liking, like when she was
Right.
my homegirl. And I
Right.
think that a lot of women do that, and I think that what you run the risk of is, see, companionship is a godly thing. Okay,
Exactly.
it's not you need companionship. You desire, your body, mind, and soul
It's
desires
designed.
companionship.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So that if you do not get that over a time, you can dismiss it or pretend that you no longer need it, but in fact, it's just a defense mechanism. So then when that possibility of companionship comes along, you perhaps may take on something that is toxic, right? And I think that it happens over and over and over again with young women, women of a particular age, middle-aged women. It just happens. And I think, again, that's because you're not keeping yourself in the mix. So the one thing that I can say is that for all women, it's easy to come under somebody's spell, or to think that you need to change, or to think that you need to alter something, because you don't want that feeling to go away, right? So you'll do anything to maintain that feeling, that touch,
Right.
that. So I think that it's very, very important to not isolate yourself and to try to date as much as you can, honey. And don't let any grass grow up under your feet. Get out there and do your thing. And that way, when these people come along, you can truly say with confidence, oh, baby, it'll be another one. You're not trying to hold on to something or trying to make something appear as though it's not. So I think that personally for me, I have a lot of compassion for Tracy because because number one, she's been very nice to me. And number two, because I feel like it's more of a woman thing than I like dissecting her behavior on YouTube. And I
Mhm.
think that it's happened to a lot more women than they're willing to say. They're wanting to be in a judgmental standpoint because that's their defense mechanism. But if they were really to tell their stories, they may be very similar.
Oh, I'll tell you 100%. I done been around dudes like that. That's why I sniffed it a mile away. And I said, no, please, no, not 7 days. I have a
Please.
question for you, Sassy, before you try and run off.
Okay.
My thought was it would have been a better outcome monetarily and view wise had he just treated her with kindness and respect. What do you think?
That's a hard question for me because then I have to go somewhere else, but I will answer it because I don't run away from questions. I don't think he's capable.
Exactly. I think so. Hold on. Let me put something in check. This is Rebel Son. Hold on. Hold on. So let me just Rebel Son, don't do it. Change your name, baby. You know I'll do it. Now, if you watch Miss T, you know she ain't doing all that. We ain't over here dragging Tracy. We just speaking facts, the facts that I know to be fact. Change that damn name, Rebel Son, please, and thank you, my guy. Because I know I know for sure Tracy is not his cup of tea. So we're not gonna start. This is not a drag Tracy thing. This is us speaking as an adult about a situation we are observing. He left. Maybe he'll come back, maybe he won't, because this is not gonna turn into a bash or drag Tracy. Hey, I'm not here to do that. I am speaking as an adult woman about a situation I observed and how I feel about it. Like I said, one way or the other, I really don't care. I don't want to see anyone hurt, but you make choices. And your choices, the choices you make can also result consequences. Okay. So with that being said, I'm gonna leave that alone. So
Yeah,
Sassy,
that's why I chose to keep my butt at home.
okay, Rebel Son. Okay.
Wait. Let me say dragging
Oh,
Tracy. I wasn't dragging. What are you talking about dragging Tracy?
no, sweetheart. I didn't want that name, Rebel Son, because you know that would have created problems. Go ahead,
Oh,
Rebel.
okay. Because I was talking about Rob with the name. It didn't have Tracy.
I
Nothing
know.
to do with.
I
Oh,
know,
okay.
but I ain't want that name.
Because I don't want people. Because with you saying that, people immediately thinking that I had Tracy's name in my
No,
name.
you didn't. I know what
Okay.
name you had, but you know what that would have led to. Stop it. You ain't new to this. You true to this. Go ahead and speak shit.
Okay. I wanted to say, listen, the whole thing of I just didn't want any harm to come to. Listen, no one should be put in a situation like that. And I felt like when he was talking to her, it was it made me feel a little unsettled because of just, he's one of those guys that if he see a woman that he thinks that she's too much, he has to bring her down. Because when he was saying, "This is your queen," y'all look at how I got your queen acting. Come over here. Do this. I told you to move. I'm telling you to move. Listen to me. And it was just that whole toxic masculinity thing. He's the breathing epitome of toxic masculinity. And that mindset of, oh, so you think that you running the show. I'm running the show. You came on to me. I'm the attractive one. You hit my boy. You hit me in my DMs because you wanted to be with me. It wasn't me wanting to be with you. And it was just and she was accommodating him she was almost like, well, I don't want to upset him because I don't know what he'll do. Exactly. He's one of those men that gives me that he will hit you. After he's talked enough, it will get physical. And him talking to her, it was almost like, okay, I'm in this situation with him. I'm not in Texas, so let me not ruffle any feathers with him. Let me not, because I don't know if he'll snap off on me. So let me just handle him almost like you're dealing with a psych patient.
Exactly. Reverend Son, I believe that. I thought the same thing. And when they were in her chat, pushing him, and in his chat, egging him on, and she was talking, I was like, Tracy, just don't say nothing. Because we don't know how this could turn. Now, I felt the same way. You said a mouthful when you said that. Because I think, too, she may be playing ball on his turf. Because she could be afraid, y'all. We don't care. We don't care how much she say, how strong she is or whatever. I don't know who this is, but I'm not going to let you up. Okay?
What's
You
the
can go
name?
change your name and you can show me. Hold on,
What's the
y'all.
name? It might be Langston.
YouTube sex symbol.
That's Langston.
Oh, Langston, cut that bullshit out. You know it's Langston?
Yeah, I know it's Langston. Yeah.
Boy,
I
stop
knew
that
him as soon
shit.
as you
Y'all
said the
already
name.
know. Listen, y'all already know I can't stand to get flagged or nothing like that shit. I struggle for these little views. So go ahead. Rebel, I felt very much like that too. And I hate it because my thing is if y'all care for her the way y'all say, y'all will stop egging this shit on. Y'all almost like, oh, she's tough, she can handle herself. And one content creator was really in there because I believe they wanted to see that girl get hurt. Because I don't believe in that fucking fake alliance. I'm just gonna tell you that. I don't believe these people care for her the way they say they do. And they were egging her on.
People like to see a train wreck. That's the thing. They want to see a train wreck.
Exactly. I didn't want him to hurt that girl.
What I found disgusting was one content creator, I won't say their name, but one content creator said that she wanted him to hit her upside her head and
Oh God.
do all
I
that.
heard that. I heard her say that also, and I know who you're talking about.
I said, I know you lying to me right now.
No,
I don't care
no,
how much we fuss and fight.
no,
I could
no,
never wish that for my
no.
sister. You know
Some
what I'm
people
saying?
hate that deep on here, and it's just
That's
fucking
not right.
YouTube. And that's the sad thing about it. I never said I want him to do anything bad to her. I said, however this show ends, it ends the way it ends, and I'm for it. Whatever it is, it is. I don't feel no way about it. I'm not trying to control this show. Let it play out, you know.
Right.
But do I want to something really bad to happen? Absolutely not. I didn't sit here and I wouldn't say that. But you got to remember, Monty, and everybody on the panel, don't sugarcoat shit. It is what it is. A lot of people don't like her, so they hoping for something bad to happen, you know.
Yeah, I never
That's
hoped
what
that. I
it's
didn't want to
about.
see that. I didn't want to see that. I grew up around
You
domestic.
don't
I
want to
grew
see
up around
that. You
that.
don't want to see that.
That's great to hear, Rebel. And I think that one thing that I will say, because you guys know that I'm like I like to see both sides of the coin. What I had to tell myself is that Tracy has never done anything to me. In fact, she was very, very, very cordial and nice to me when I first came on the scene, when a lot of people were side-eyeing me. So that probably does have a lot to do with it. If you're in a situation of someone that she did do something to, then they're going to talk about it in a negative way. That's neither here nor there for me. These are the type of conversations that I want to hear. I want to hear from Traub because I have the hashtag Traub directly, or I want to be involved in these type of conversations where it's just a real conversation, no bashing. But we all have seen
We're
what
not
we
about
have
to do
seen.
that. Hey, hold on. Beyonce, if you blocked, baby, did you have another name? Because you're not blocked here. Or perhaps you came in here and said something. I don't know how you would be blocked if this your
That's
first time
Beyonce.
visiting. Beyonce, I'm
That's
sorry.
Beyonce.
Huh?
You know Beyonce? No,
Yeah.
that's her.
That's Beyonce.
Yeah.
I don't know why she blocked, baby. It takes a while to go to my. I apologize. I humbly apologize. I don't know how to unblock you. I would have to go to Google to unblock you. You know that. Yeah, it's a whole situation you got to go to. Go ahead, you guys. I'm sorry. Who was it? Let me take myself off this. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Langston. So go ahead, Rebel son. Finish up. I'm sorry.
Oh no,
No.
I was finished. I was finished with where he can.
So Kenna H, hi baby. Thanks for standing by. You've been very patient. Appreciate your support and you jumping on the panel. What you got to say? I don't blame you.
Yeah, I had a couple things I wanted to say. First, she has a group of so-called friends on YouTube um, who encouraged this relationship to begin with. And those so-called friends didn't have anything to say when he showed who he was before she even went to
Some
California.
people even knew.
They knew, and they saw all of these things. They saw all of these videos before California, and they didn't say anything. They were rah, 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 rah. When she got to California, they're still seeing these videos, rah, 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 with some of these so-called friends in her alliances. So I think Tracy was always going to do, and she should do. I mean, she's over the age of 18, whatever she wants to do from that standpoint. She's not 16. These are her choices, and you have to live with the consequences of your choices. But when some people expressed concern, like myself, we got automatically blocked in her chat, basically, for expressing concern. And there you
Some
go.
was even cursed out.
So you have this alliance. Yes. So you have these alliances with these group of females. There's a difference for me between females, women, and ladies, but that's for another day. And they don't care at all. In fact, they're sitting there cheering when other people
Mm-hmm.
are concerned.
Yeah.
And these are other women. And some of these women have been in domestic violence situations themselves to hear them tell it. So if you have other women who are doing this to other women, I just can't, I can wrap my head around it, but I'll never be okay with that. And we can't talk to men about the way they treat women when you have other women treating other women with no respect.
Bingo.
Can I add to that?
And then YouTube sex symbol has been waiting patiently. Go ahead, baby.
No, I was just going to say, me growing up around domestic violence, I could see all those signs. The women were the stronger ones in my family. They carried the family. And I think that seeing that it's just crazy to see women sit up and say, well, he was just playing and he's just all. Why are you trying to downplay what this could become? Because it's not there yet, but it has the potential to get there. And anytime someone's under the influence of something and brandishing what he was brandishing, because he had it in the environment that he was in with her. He has it in that environment. You don't come out playing with something like that and you've been drinking. It's stupid. And for people to come on and try to lessen that and make it like, well, he really wasn't, he didn't have it in her face. Why is it even there? Why does he have it there? Why didn't he leave it in the car? You're at an Airbnb. You're not in the heart of the hood somewhere that you have to think that somebody's going to kick the door in. It was, to me, it was very unsettling. And I would have told her, go there for a weekend, go for a few days, or you get a hotel. This is his city. Get a hotel and y'all go do things and go see the city, go do things. Why? You notice this guy, it was all about people on YouTube and getting clicks and views and growing his channel. He was looking at her as a meal ticket.
But okay, I'm gonna let Langston speak, and then I want to come back to that because, again, Tracy said Tracy was fine. Tracy knew what she was going to. Rebel, you talk with your partner on the phone. Your partner knows something about you just from your conversation, right?
The time period plays a lot too, because we've been around each other. We're in the same city. You're not in another state.
Okay. Go ahead, sex symbol of YouTube.
Please stop calling him that.
Now, I'm just going to the brother said YouTube sex symbol. I'm respecting him. You know it's respect over here, Sassy.
No, that's
YouTube sex symbol. I'm calling on you.
Anyway,
it's
let
your
me go.
turn. YouTube sex symbol. You still there? I think Langston doing something else. Langston.
I'm sorry about that. Hello, can I hear a lot of noise in the background. Please mute.
Boy, be quiet and go.
Oh, okay. Look, hello,
Got
Mz.Teavalocity.
Hey.
Hello, Rebel Sun. Hello, Kenna.
Hey.
Hello, Mixology. Hello, Sassy. What I wanted to say, and very briefly, is that my thing is Tracy knows exactly what she's doing. I don't even think this is a play. I don't. People, yeah, you heard me. I don't think this is a play. First of all, you'd have to really be into character, into whatever character you're portraying, to lick somebody's face or be on the receiving end of having your face licked. I mean, you don't have to do all of that if you're playing a role. I believe, I believe everything they've told us thus far. I mean, and Tracy has made it a point to say she doesn't run plays. And from what we know, that's true. That's true. And so when I look at those two, I revert back to when I met Sassy. And I remember my hands were all over Sassy.
She said
but But the thing is, we're not about to put this on for public display.
Why
That's
not?
Well, first of all, I have a career. Sassy has a career. Secondly, that's not how we were raised. Now, there is a part, and I hope Sassy doesn't mind, where we, see what? Hold on. I mean, because you have to understand, as a couple, you're going to play around, and this is what I kind of relate to Rob and Tracy. Sassy was talking to someone on a panel. I won't say the content creator name, and she was talking, and my hands were all over the place. I won't get graphic, but you know where we're going. But
no, we don't know.
Well, you're gonna have to leave it to your imagination. You're gonna have to leave it to your imagination. But I'm saying, that was kind of, for me. I can't speak for Sassy because she wants to maintain a very wholesome image.
Yeah,
but for me, that was a turn on for me, watching her talk normally while other things are transpiring in my household, my humble abode. So you have to understand a lot of this, and Tracy might be into.
But can we be clear that was like the fifth? That was like the fifth meeting, not the first meeting. Can we be clear about some things? Can we clarify something? I'm going on
what I think a lot of you, Sassy hates when I say you women, but a lot of women, unfortunately, especially in this sector, they don't understand the wide range of sexuality, and they don't understand some of the behavior, some of the sexual behavior that goes on between couples. Now, degradation of someone, some people want to put this under BDSM, bondage, discipline, and sadomasochism. But I think there are a large number of women, which I know you're going to find surprising. They like being degraded. To put it in there, they like up to a point. These individuals have safe words, obviously, but they like and so when you see Tracy, you see her head being smashed against the wall. I know a lot of women were like, oh, first of all, you were right to have that reaction because it shouldn't be up front and center. But that's my thinking. But then when I step back from it a little bit farther, these two are content creators. Sassy is a part-time content creator. I'm not a content creator. So obviously we're not doing anything for, there's no need to put our sexual activity on display for everyone. But these two are content creators, and they know what sells, so to speak. That 2.5K, people like train wrecks, as someone said. They like that. But also, I believe Tracy is a freak. And we have to accept that there's going to be some women who are just freaks.
Don't leave Rob out of it.
Well, Rob sounds. Rob, no, I don't think Rob is a freak. Hold on. I don't think Rob is a talker. See, these social media guys are a different breed, Mz.Teavalocity. They do a lot of talking. They'll tell you they're gonna stand up in it. They're gonna smoke a blunt while hitting it from the back shots. They talk all of this. They talk all this wild stuff, and women get excited when they hear it. Well, some, and but then when it actually comes, when the meetup actually happens, and it happens all the time. I see this happen all the time. There's some issues.
The penis wasn't that great.
Yeah, the penis isn't working. Yep. Then they said the same thing about another character in another sector, Buddy Lee. They said he was suffering from impotence, but his head game, he would stay down there for 5 hours. That's what they said. But before he actually met, he was talking big game as well. So you got to understand, a lot of these, there's a lot of false bravado and a lot of just saying they're going to do a lot of things, and it doesn't happen that way. I don't think Rob is a freak at all. Matter of fact, from what we heard, the guy is more interested on playing on YouTube with other men. I mean, maybe Yeah, I mean, he's more happy talking to Octavius than he is to Tracy. That's a whole different subject. I may have to go live under my pop-up channel to handle
Well,
this.
you asked for it, Miss P. This is what you asked for. You
No,
literally got
I'm listening and I'm agreeing with some of it, but I'm still going to take my stance on that. Some of this was a played Langston, some of it was. It probably went too far. Okay, because if you tell me, you and Sassy say, yeah, we gonna get on here and I'm gonna bang your head and I'm gonna kiss on you and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, and you already said it on the social media, on YouTube, and then the both of you come together and act it out. It's a play. It just went too far, and people profited off of it because all that fake outrage and the Lions break up and all that bullshit. I don't buy it.
That was nonsense. You're right about that.
You did
that
what you wanted to do. You made numbers. You made Cash App, Super Chats, or whatever. So I'm telling you, everybody played a part. Sassy, it reminds me of what you said before to me, Miss T. A lot of this stuff is for show, and we are a part of it and don't even know about it, or we haven't volunteered. And that's how I felt a lot of that stuff was happening yesterday. So I do believe she could be a freak. He could be a freak, and they could freak all night. I just think a lot of the stuff was inappropriate. I didn't agree with it, like I said. But if somebody tell me they cool with it, they okay, I leave it at that.
Well, one other thing, and I'll let you go, Mz.Teavalocity. But there's a whole other issue about which Tracy has familiarity with, and I have familiarity with, living with a drunk. Living with a drunk. That's a whole different, and that's why I was in the chat telling Tracy when he steps out, mix some water in those bottles, in those liquor bottles. Empty some of that liquor out. You got to do that's. I know that's kind of old school, but those of us who have lived with drunks, I had an ex that was a drunk. We had to hide bottles. We had to do things. We had to acquiesce to some of their demands until they were sober because we know how they get. And see, that's a whole nother thing. People are saying, why is he letting all of this happen and letting him do this and that? So if it's not the degradation part, if she doesn't like being degraded, then I'm hoping that it's a matter of de-escalation here. So when you hear her saying, yeah, giggling at because we thought they broke up, after I heard him call her ugly, I said, wait a minute now. It's two things here. Either she likes this or she's just trying to de-escalate. The third option is, which I don't even want to bring up, but let's focus on these two options. And it's one of those two options, I thoroughly believe. But those of us who live with drunks, we know what's going on, and we know sometimes we have to act the role to get through the night, if you know what I mean.
Look at that. But we said that earlier too, Langston. Probably she was kind of like de-escalating the problem, walking on eggshells because she didn't want him to explode. But we all know she made a valid point here too. You want Tracy to really get hurt if you hide his liquor, if he's a alcoholic and a ticking time bomb. My thing was, I used to drink. Basically every fight I have had, it was because I was under the influence of alcohol.
Were you a mean drunk?
No, I tell you, I have a real thing with being disrespected. When you disrespect me, I have a thing for that. And a lot of times that's what was happening. And I didn't mind putting your ass in check the physical way. Whether I won, lost, or draw, win, lose, or draw. I'm just going to show you're not going to respect me, even if I have to knock you on your ass and make you respect me. You'll watch who you're talking to next time. A lot of times I'll say, leave me alone or try to walk away. If it persists, then I go into the fighting mode. That's just who I was. But I wouldn't do it now because I don't drink. You know what I'm saying? So alcohol plays an important part. That's why some of this shit was dangerous, because the more and more he was drinking, the worse it was getting.
And liquor is a truth serum as well.
It is. You tell the truth. You do tell the truth. Let Monty in here because she wanted to get something. Go ahead, Mixology Plus. Stand by, Langston. Monty?
I would have to say I agree with some of what Langston was saying. However, I feel like, DV doesn't start with a slap. It escalates to that. It's grooming things that happen first. And I just don't understand why people don't see that it was abusive. It's more than one way to be abusive to a person. You don't have to always physically be abusive. You can tear them down verbally. You can tear them down emotionally. You could tear them down financially. It's a lot of ways that you could come into someone's life and wreak havoc in their life. And that's what I see in the future. You know what I mean? Like, I understand sometimes you do have to de-escalate the situations, or you have to calm them down. But why lie to your supporters? Why not say, I'm using some de-escalation tactics. You didn't have
No,
problem.
no,
No,
no.
because he
How
was
can she
right there,
say
mommy.
that? Yeah,
He
she
was
can't
right
Yeah,
do
but
there.
that.
I'm saying at certain times there was a lot of things that coulda, shoulda, woulda. I'm not here to say that. What I'm saying is, as logical people watching what happened, we can't say, oh, I can't say that. I can't
Yeah,
say. I
I'll tell
can't
you this.
say
Okay.
I don't care what happened, because she knew what happened, what kind of person he was before she got there. The whole point is it's an escalation to it as well. I saw the escalation from day 1 to day 2 to day 3 to day 4 to day 5.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, the more alcohol get poured into a person. Now you got to factor in, they're meeting each other. They're using this as also a mechanism to be comfortable around each other, right?
But mixology, I know for me as a supporter, I think I started out by saying it's not that I don't see what I see and feel what I feel. It's just that right now, these are her choices. She made them
Mm-hmm.
eyes wide open, right? She's there. There's nothing I can physically do. So I'm gonna be supportive and put out good energy, and maybe perhaps we can talk about it, me and her, when she gets back home. Perhaps. I don't know if that's even gonna
No,
come
and
up. You understand what I'm
I
saying?
can
So it
understand
doesn't
that.
mean that I don't see what I see because I
Exactly,
mean, every
Sassy.
every everybody
I hear
move.
you.
See, this is the thing is that there are sometimes, and Mikazi, forgive me, I'm not talking about you specifically because this is our first time conversing in lovely conversation, but sometimes I feel like a person who talks like I do in regards to like seeing both sides of the coin or being a little milder, maybe it appears that I don't know what I know because I know what I know, but it's so heavy and it's not my business. And I can't bring myself to pick a person when they're possibly down. I just can't do it, if that makes sense.
I respect that. I
It makes a
respect both
lot
of
of
y'all.
sense.
Go ahead, Kenna.
You don't know. I don't know if she's down or not because there are so many conflicting messages coming out. And for those of us who have a life offline, careers, families, and so forth, we have a lot going on. So when I come on here, I'm looking to get away from all of that static. This hasn't been really entertaining. I do have a channel. I had to take something down off of my community wall because I don't want to get into the beefing sector like this. I'm not really good at it, first of all, and I don't come here for that. If you've got a very busy offline life, then this is not what you do online. So she has asked people to step back, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. There's not too much going on to care about anyone else other than what's going on with me and other things. This, again, you're in your 50s, you're not 16 years old. So that's what I see. And she can and will take care of herself. I guess that's how I see it.
Thank you so much for your input, Kenna. I respect everything everyone's saying. I respect the position you play, Sassy, and being supportive for someone that you support, Monty. Mixology. I respect what you saying, where you coming from, and Rebel. I definitely respect you because I know as far as what I see on YouTube, you and Tracy don't get along, but you have enough not loving your heart. You have enough
Emotional intelligence.
emotional intelligence. Thank you so much. You have enough emotional intelligence to think that.
Well, because you can separate the two.
What's really going on there now? It sounds like you doing some kind of freaky.
It sounds like he fighting a dinosaur.
What
I
you
was gonna say,
like?
I think he's in a zoo. And it's
I do work
I know.
zoo wise. Okay. But yeah, that is true. I do because I can separate. I do parodies. I'm not a doxer. I don't put people's children up. I don't do any of that stuff. I'm not cut from that type of cloth. So I understand when someone is in a position and I can separate if I don't agree with them and they're not my favorite person, but I don't mean any ill will to this woman and I don't want anything to befall her. That's my stance on it. I would rather, I don't want to see a train wreck. I don't get off at someone else's misfortune.
Thank you so much. I agree. I really admire that about you. I really do. And
Thank you.
that's where we separate, you guys. That's where we really have to sometimes separate what we really feel, as far as this and not being too invested. Like I said, and I'm going to stand on this and we could get ready to wrap it up unless I'll drop the link one more time. One, I don't really care one way or the other. Some choices we make, like I said, there are consequences. Now, hopefully, if there won't be any consequences here, you can tell that's a bit. But it is what it is. Tracy's a grown woman. She made a decision to go meet this gentleman. I don't believe she made a decision for all this degradation to happen, but it's happening. And for me, and I'm just going to cut through the chase and say if it was that degrading and she felt that degrading, her ass would have got on the next thing smoking. And that's a fact. Y'all don't think for 1 minute that this is not being enjoyed between the two of them. And I'm going to wrap it up with that because you would have left. And with me saying that, let me just say this. I'm not always right. This is just me speaking my perspective, my opinion, and what I really think. But tell me, what would you have done? And I'll start with Monty and we'll close out like that. In a situation like that, what would you have done if you really didn't appreciate what was happening to you? Sassy, let me start with you, baby. You don't have to speak anything ill. Just tell me what you would have done. That's all.
Oh gosh, so I have to put myself in the literal position of Tracy, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay, this is a great question. As Kind Me said, this has been another great panel. It's been a pleasure. I don't think I've spoken to any of you guys in almost the 3 years that I've been here that are on the panelists. So it was an absolute pleasure. And Miss T, girl, that's just not how it would have gone down. So it's very difficult for me to answer that question because, I just told you how it was when, I met a man on YouTube. I mean, down to my family being involved in the decisions of, no, you guys aren't going to meet in his hometown. You're not going to meet in a mutual place. He's going to come here. And that's the bottom line on that. Like it was very much so very detailed. So it's very difficult for me to answer that question of what I would have done because I just probably would have never been in that situation. That's the best way I can answer it. Thank you so much for.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
It's always a pleasure. Thank you. Go ahead, Mixology.
Bye-bye, you guys. Have a great rest of your week.
Thank you, Sassy. Mixology is your turn.
It depends on at what point we talking about what I would have done.
But at the beginning was enough for me. So just at the beginning.
Okay, so I would say like Sassy, I would have met on my home turf. I would have met in my comfort zone and had, you know, more of an itinerary plan for us or whatever. Had I not did that and I flown out to their town, day one, they would have been out of my Airbnb and I would have been on a solo vacation. It wouldn't have got to day 2 or 3 for me. But that's just because I see red flags. And you know, when you come from abuse and you've been in abusive relationships at certain points in your life, I say past my 25s, I was over it. Like I was done with people treating me any old kind of way. You gonna treat me the way I want to be treated. So for me, the first red flag for me would have been the end of our vacation together, and I would have figured it out from there. Whether that's go home or meet up with my supporters that's local and turn it into something else. But I absolutely would have chose myself over a YouTube click and a view, a YouTube relationship, and especially somebody treating me that way. Because I don't care how much you laugh it off or play it off. It does not feel good for somebody you care about to talk to you in that way. And I know that for a fact. So you could laugh it off, you could play it off, but it don't feel good. And no woman wants to see that. I could tell you I don't support her, you know, but I don't even want to see it. So I wish her the best and I hope that she make it home safely. I hope that it doesn't escalate like people trying to and I really hope that we stop giving ideas to people. Just let it play out the way it's supposed to play out. And if you're a viewer and you watch it, just watch it from the sidelines. But I think at this point, I'm gonna stop talking about it.
Thank you.
I appreciate you and thank you.
You know, much love to you. Rebel Son, you could wrap it up, baby. What would you have done if you met up with a partner and your partner would have done that to you?
Baby, I have a strong spirit of goodbye. And the first inkling that I would have gotten that it was some disrespect, I would have been out of there, or you would have been out of there. It depends on who would have had the Airbnb. First off, it wouldn't have been that many days. I would have went for a weekend. Let's do this for a weekend. Because I don't know, you may piss all on the toilet or something. It's something little nasty. I don't want to be there with you all those days. So I think that I would have chunked the deuces. Let's go do some things. You're not going to drink the whole time I'm here because you're drinking. I don't even get to see who you really are because, I mean, drinking is a true serum, but I don't want you under the influence of alcohol the whole time. Do you have to drink to sleep with me? Do you have to drink to be in your right state of mind? We can go for cocktails, but I'm not going to be here the first time you and I are meeting and you're drunk as a skunk. I would have been out of there with a quickness. I don't know who has the Airbnb in their name. If it was in your name, you would have, as soon as you left me in that Airbnb to go to work, first off, why are you at work and I'm coming to visit you? I would have been gone. First night, it would have been a wrap. It would have been no type of physical thing. I would have been out of there on the first thing with a motor and I can drive or fly up out of there. I said, I've enjoyed this. Mz.Teavalocity, thank you for having me. Me and Kenna have been on a platform. This is our second meeting. I feel that we're dating now.
You know, Rebel Center got blocked over on her channel because of you.
Oh my God! No.
Rebel is messy. Rebel is messy now. But
it's all in fun.
It is, but if people don't have the emotional intelligence to know that, you know, one person clearly has a history and doesn't gel with you, and I was just sitting there, then that's their problem. That's their loss. Whatever.
Yeah, thank you.
People like that, so.
It was nice being up here with you ladies. And I'm sorry when I came on here. I wasn't raised by wolves. I didn't speak, and I'm sorry about that because it was not that wasn't on my mind. I was doing so many things at one time. But thank you, Mz.Teavalocity, for having me. And it was good being up here. And just even when you have the open dialogue and these types of topics, anything, I'd love to be a part of it. If you having conversations and the positive conversations, even though they're not as popular, they're not going to get as many views, I still like being a part of that.
Thank you.
Thank you, ladies. Have a great day.
You too. Be safe. Kenna, thank you so much for joining me. Now, what would you have done? Hey, Kimberly Black, my babe. Go ahead.
Well, I'm going to say, okay, two things, and I'll make it real quick.
Okay.
My moral upbringing absolutely would not allow me to do something like this at all. My parents, I'm very blessed to have them still here on this earth. I'm a single child, so even at my late age, my parents are extremely involved in my life. And that's a good thing. My dad is very, very involved and taught me well, as well as my mother. But if I had been in that situation, then I would have gotten off YouTube and I would have left promptly and not looked back. I would have gone to the airport and taken the first flight home. The next day I would have been at the doctor's office, making sure I was okay, and proceeded to put this experience behind me altogether. There is no way I would sit in a room, cammed up, talking to people while all of this is going on. Never, never. So I really appreciate you allowing me to come up and voice, my opinions and so forth. And I look forward to having more discussions with you that are positive and on a different wavelength, I think.
This vibe is a little different over here, honey. So you're okay, and I appreciate you coming up, and I'm glad that you felt comfortable to join and engage. Okay? Thank you very much for coming up. Have a blessed one.
You too.
Now I'm going to wrap it up and say this. I stand on what I said. When I said that either way this goes, I really don't care. I'm not that invested. I wouldn't want to see anyone hurt. Sometimes decisions we make at 50 years old can create some serious consequences. You know what you were going to. Tracy says she's okay. Let Tracy deal with this. This will be my last time talking about it. But I enjoy other people's perspectives. I respect that. I agree to disagree. Now, Langston believed that it wasn't a play. And I'm just going to leave you with this and why I think it was a play. Because that gentleman did like a 2-hour live, maybe. I don't know. I didn't stay there the whole time because I was popping in and out. However, he did a live. And why he did his live, Tracy never came online. He got 1,700 people or 1,600 people. He got a high number too. She was there modding and they were okay, and he was saying all his foul shit. Then as soon as his live ended, boom, let me throw the ball to you. You caught the ball and you came on live and, you got 2,500 people, cash apps and super chat because of the superstar that you are over in YouTube, because of what you do. That's why I said it was a play, and I'm going to stand on. Some of it was for real. I believe his aggressiveness, his behavior, and I believe those things were real. I think he crossed boundaries, and she was walking on eggshells to keep it a little peaceful because perhaps she know what he will do. Even though she said, I'm not in danger. Y'all tripping. Mind your motherfucking business. You bitches, this. Y'all just jealous. That's not jealousy. Those are caring people who was in that chat, who was saying certain things to you. It has nothing to be with jealous because you have a man. It has nothing to do with that. We were concerned for you, some people, right? So once you threw the ball, right? Once you threw the ball, you did all that. You had your girlfriend over there doing all that. Then you had your other girlfriend doing all that. But you made out the best. And whatever you make, see, you're my man. We got it. It's ours to a certain degree. I saw the play. Some of it was real and some of it was for play. And unfortunately, people's heartstrings was tugged at when it came to the DV part of it, because that's what was happening. You know, you do what you want, sis. I'm going to get ready to get out of here. Thanks, everyone, for joining me. Please make sure you hit that like button. I think it was a great discussion. We do things the mature way, the adult way here. We can agree to disagree, but we're going to be heard because I respect everyone's perspective and their opinion. I might not agree with it. So I'm going to get ready to get out of here. Thank you so much. And I think I'm going to close it what I used to normally do, but I'm going to close it. I'll be back in a few minutes, okay? I appreciate everybody. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like. Queen Diva, thank you so much for being the great mod that you are. Sis, love you very much. Monty, thank you. Sassy, Langston, Kenna, Rebel Son. Everyone, thank you so much for joining me tonight. Now let's get ready to get out of here. If you see your king's crown crooked, help him straighten it up. If you see your queen's crown crooked, help her straighten it up. Speak life and wisdom into your princess and your princesses. They are joint heirs. They are our future. They're looking to inherit something other than struggle, mess, and drama. As always, be a blessing. It doesn't take much to bless someone. A simple hello, how are you? You look beautiful today. I love your smile. I love that hat you wear. Hey, can I give you a couple of dollars to buy a cup of coffee? I'll get that meal for you. Hey, I'll grab that door. You never know what someone is going through. And that simple, kind act can perhaps save their lives. I've seen it happen before, or make them feel better than what they feel. And we all need to uplift each other. It's easy for people to get on here and try to destroy you. I mean, it's just easy. But it's better to uplift and to build than to tear down. You guys, thank you so much for joining me. Be blessed and be safe out there. I'll probably see you in those streets.